your system. Alright, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Hope you're doing good. You guys are watching the Esports Club Showdown Series Season 3 Valorant, powered by Crucial by Micron, GPU partner Zotac Gaming, alongside our media partner Gossip.gg. It's gonna be me, our Zora Aiden, alongside Raider. Raider, today is the lower bracket finals. What are your thoughts?
I think my thoughts are it might be a 2-0 or 2-1 equation, I believe. 2-0 is something which is going to be a bit challenging because both Intensity and Amigos, they have done wonders. And qualifying from the lower bracket round 1 to now lower bracket finale, it's not an easy course because you have eliminated a number of teams and you face a lot of wrath from the opponents as well. But Intensity have recently fallen down to the lower bracket, so that is going to be very interesting to watch how they come back. But talking about the stakes, guys, no, it's just not about the bragging rights. Yes, you do have the prize pool, and it's of 1 lakh rupees, where the champs are going to get 50,000 rupees, and the runner-ups will be getting 30,000 rupees, and eventually the third runner-up, or should I say third place, second runner-up team is going to get 20,000 rupees as well. I think Neori has already nailed their spot in the Grands, so they will be a part of at least top 2 prize pool.
Yeah, top two is easy for them, but lower bracket finals today, Intensity versus Amigos. Yesterday's gameplay of Amigos was absolutely amazing, man. The map of Floaters, the way they brought in the comeback, things went to overtime, but still they did not lose the
Mhm.
grasp of the entire situation. But today's game against Intensity, I believe even I'm going to follow the same path because it's about damn time that we haven't seen a 2-1 moving further. You can see the entire brackets, it's telling you
Yeah.
stories about what just happened. Intensity, they fought against Nairi Esports, but they couldn't win it. Nonetheless, they reached towards the lower bracket finals. And right now, looking at the way Amigos Esports is going ahead with that win streak of theirs, going
Yeah.
against Intensity will be one of the major hurdles. So let's see how they're going to be facing all of that. But before all of those conclusions, it's going to be the level up
Mhm.
leaderboard.
Pretty interesting because you do have a chance. All the individual competitors that are there into the lobby right now, they have the chance of securing some right goodies. What they need to do is just level up in this level up leaderboard. They need to be in the top 3 so that they can have a hand and a chance in getting those right goodies. And I believe because I'm Batman, Caramel, and Summer, these are 3 individuals who are pretty close to it. But then again, a lot of individuals have already been eliminated, and we are left with now just 3 teams. Ginola and Nico are slowly climbing into the ladder. Let's see if they can make it up into the top 3. Really need to know that. But the top 5 agents that have been picked a lot. Any particular map, to be honest, if you see the 3 maps that have been there in the top 3 maps picks, I believe we have Lotus, we have Icebox, we have Heaven. All these 3 maps can conclude that KJ in a very good manner. That Sentinel can be very, very effective. And when it comes to smokes, I know Clove and Omen are the 2 best smokes that you can have lately. Omen is the one which is preferred a bit more because of the Shadow Step and Paranoia that comes into the picture. That is also pretty amazing. But I'm a bit surprised about Raze coming into the mix because usually you get to see either a Jet come into the picture or eventually ISO. But lately, from season 2 to season 3, there has been an evolution. People are more and more loving and inclining towards Raze, and I think that's because of the first map pick, and that is Lotus.
I mean, yeah, there has been much more situations here where teams are trying to create some kind of those recent metas. They're implementing it, and Raze so far has been one of those most versatile agents which comes into the picture every single time. Close quarters, you have a paint shell, go ahead, do it. But top 4 players, the ones who are holding the MVP titles onto their name, Simple, unfortunately, he's done for the previous game itself. Amigos, they slammed the entire team of silly little guys way too hard. A 2-0
Yeah.
loss. So Simple out of the picture, but he still left his footprints, man, all across. 4 MVPs, and later on comes Kishi. Kishi we're going to see in the grand finale, which is tomorrow, guys. So mark your calendars, book your dates. Tomorrow is going to be a BO5. That's where Kishi is going to shine and showcase his gameplay. But 69G has an opportunity today to make some difference, and so goes for Amigos Esports as well.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, a team like Amigos Esports, which is a newly formed team, but they have been fighting so good, despite of the fact that they dropped down from the upper bracket. Now in the lower bracket, they have made a very good run. And yes, of course, we'll get to see the matchup of Amigos versus Intensity in a BO3 equation. I pretty much believe that the map veto is going to tell us a new storyline. Well, there you go. We have the map veto here. Lotus has been banned. The highest pick rate of this map is already available. I believe 30% of the games have been in there, the map of Lotus. But then again, we have the very first map of Haven, which is again a triple-sided map, bit attack-oriented. Then, in the map number 2, we have the defense-oriented map coming in, where Intensity is going to start as a defender, so they will have that advantage in their favor, to be precise. And with a 52.3 attack ratio in the favor of Icebox, we'll have to see how Amigos is going to start if it all falls down to the decider.
I'm hoping that it falls towards a decider. Icebox, I mean, we have seen the gameplay of both the corners, how they play it. But eventually, when it comes to the competition, once the level up comes through, I want to see how they can fight against each other. Locking all the horns, Decider is going to be an interesting thing to see. But before that, it's Haven and Ascent. Haven and Ascent brings me the PTSD onto what happens towards a triple-sided map. Every single time you're trying to implement some kind of a decision making here, thinking that it might be C, and you're like having all the defenders towards C, and all of a sudden the Omen is skedaddling away. He's taking from the shadows, taking the spike as well, heading towards site, and the entire team like rolls all over, and you have to play on a retake. So PTSD is all across, but the entire agenda of picking Jet in this particular map is only one thing: to give that height advantage and to see these two players fight against each other, which is Cyrax and Diamond City.
And to nullify the Cypher trips, I would like to just include that as well, because trust me, a jet with that updraft can easily neglect that whole trip equation and eventually shut down that Cypher. After that, the whole team can get that entry. That has been the meta so far. But yes, guys, while the teams and individuals are getting prepped up to fight in their very first map today in the lower bracket finale, we would like to ask you, are you prepared for a 1000 VP giveaway for one individual? Just go ahead and show us your anticipation about that, because the poll has already been provided on the live chat, so just go ahead and get it done. Meanwhile, talking about the approaches, I believe yes, Intensity Esports have they locked their 5 individual agents. We have a double initiator approach coming in from their corner. From the other side, yes, exact mirror composition, except there is a change in the role of Sentinel. Mr. Deagle is playing on KJ. Meanwhile, we have Ginola already logged in onto the Cypher. It's going to be pretty interesting to watch how Ginola is going to play today, because Sentinels, usually when they're on attack, their role is to kind of lurk and eventually figure out where the players are and eventually shut down all the backstabs if it's possible. But let's see what happens. 69G so far has been phenomenal, although recently dropping down to the lower bracket might put a bit of downfall or snowball effect into their gameplay as well.
Well, picking Cypher already, I feel like it's a lost
It's a
cause.
bit iffy.
Yeah, it's a bit iffy, man. I mean, I've never, like, I have seen these metas before, implementation of Cypher in the map of Haven, but it never goes good at all unless you have that different approach on putting your tripwires. It needs to be something very different. If it is textbook, then yeah, updraft and dash, and you're all done through. You can enter towards site, and you will not even have the slightest of information that someone is there towards site C. And that's one of the places where KJ comes above, reigning supreme. The turret, lonesome in the garage corridor, you can get a lot of insight whether the player is entering towards the garage doors or he's entering towards side C. Even the alarm board gives you a lot of room to work around space with. So I want to see how this entire composition works. But before that, it's going to be the pistol round, which initiates the entire thing here.
Well, let the action begin. In the A shot, we have Diamond City already pushing deep. Can he get the first pick? Has got a classic to play with. Of course, it's going to be a bit challenging. There goes a shock dart, denying that advantage area. So he falls back a bit. This was all a fake, all a ruse. They're trying to just showcase their presence and meanwhile rotate back to C as well. Look at the spike. It is getting relocated, and the KJ over there, Mr. Deagle, is also getting tagged a lot. That aftershock is going to put a lot of pressure, but he cancels it every now and then. Few more shots, few more connections being made. Mr. Deagle is super duper low at this point. So does Cyrax. He's also low, but oh my god, he still finds one pick with the Sheriff. And that was really good ding shot coming in. Folks from Intensity are looking a bit low, but they still have that 4-man power. So they can conclude the deal.
Oh, this is so smart.
Deagle.
Graffiti angle already being held. Oh, the angles are nullified already. Nico, he needs to go big. He needs to find more heads here. But unfortunately, the smokes, it's going to be so impenetrable. Diamond City, for now, good for one. Information has been received that the players are there towards the bottom side. But here's the thing, nobody has been tagged. Nico, yet again, aftershock, he's still fiddling around.
Look at
with
Mr.
it.
Deagle. Deagle is trying to be sneaky, but he has been spotted. There goes the turret. Oh, they're just distracting at this point. Nico is stuck over there, goes in with a fault line. But it's just not going to happen. The timer is running low. Ginola finds one. That's good for him. Oh, he gets a 2K. Now at this point, I think, the comeback should be there. But AK Demon gets the first pick on Ginola. And then in retaliation, you Mr. Deagle getting few more. I mean, this guy all alone was able to convert a lot. Be it from that garage angle or eventually also onto this B backstab angle. That was amazing. The way he was getting those opportunities and converting the round for the team. It was good, and it's a indeed very good start. And we have been talking about Amigos and pistol rounds lately as we filter out the teams, as we dive deep into the action, as we go closer to the grand finale. We can clearly see Amigos are losing their grip in even the pistol rounds.
Nah, it's just a start. It's all right. It happens here and there. Those fumbles, they did manage to give away the round, which Amigos so fondly wanted. I would really like to highlight the point here. Ginola, even though he got the information early side that where the players are going to be, he failed
Yep.
to check the camera once again. He could have gotten to know where the jet was. The enemy jet was so close towards graffiti, and that's one of the places where the attackers love to play after a post plant. So all of that 1v3, 2v3 scenario could have easily converted down towards Amigos, but unfortunately, the fight which Mr. Deagle initiated right off the bat, the lonesome reason that he was alive towards mid was the biggest mistake. Nico should have instantly shut him down, followed his footstep, and Mr. Deagle had been an absolute annoyance in the previous round, and that's how they got it. The time being bought and those fights being isolated, very vital, very crucial, and that's how intensity plays more often.
Oh yeah, but that shock dart is gonna hurt. Not just that, Mr. Deagle goes in with the
Nico.
nanoswarms. It's always bit, should I say, difficult when you get taken down with those utils, man. When it's a 1v1 fight, that's a totally different genre. You might lose with your aim and some other equation, like it's a 1v2 equation or somebody else have flanked in. But when you die with utils, shock dart and nanoswarms, it always hurts. But the Marshall is not going to be efficient anymore. Diamond City puts one more down with the Bulldog. Juggy finds Diamond City. That's a good retaliation. But AK Demon with the Bulldog retaliates. Alex pretty low on his HP. It's all about that Omen and the Jet, Sarex, and we do have Shera over there. Shera on a controller lately has been doing wonders. His smokes are very, very effective. But honestly, when it comes to the gun game, I think Shera is the one which is lacking behind, and he's a kind of, let's just say it, weakest link. That's what I have seen in the past tournaments, in the past equations. Oh, there you go. Shera goes down. Sarex down to like 10 HP, also gets countered. And yep, it's a 2-0. And I think not even a single, I mean, just one player was taken down, but other than that, the bonus economy that Intensity invested, it is not going to get hurt a lot.
I hope it doesn't get hurt. They have the money for this particular round. Ginola, he has been cheaping out on a lot of tripwires, and that's one of the places where he needs to be more effective, getting the early information onto what's going on, tripping the opponent so that he can get a clear line of sight.
Yeah.
Even though the spam can come through, they can get a lot of damage being dealt upon the opponents. Amigos, for now, haven't even gotten a single round, and they so desperately need it. On the other corner, all right, I see Ginola shutting down Mr. Deagle way too early. That's very vital. It enables the backstabbing opportunity which he can create for now. And this is big. Going ahead for the orb. And Ginola, he's all the way hitchhiking, getting to know what's going to happen next. Because he's already nullified Site C completely. He knows if anyone tries to rotate, he will have the slightest hint of the information that they are doing the same kind of strategy which they implemented in the first round.
Interesting insights. Hotline, Flashpoint, a lot of utils once again being reinvested. After Shock is also going to put a bit of a pressure. But Shera, he opened up. It's the very first pick, but the bonus buy is now in shambles. Ooh, lovely pick by Juggy. Always fun to watch this lad. Inola from the other corner is coming with a backstab, but there you go, a flawless win. Finally, Amigos open up. Even is a very interesting map. I mean, yes, when you are on attack, you do get the advantage of having a decision of which side you are going to hit, and the other guys from the defender's perspective, they need to relocate a lot. For that reason, every triple-sided map is a bit of a attack-oriented. But on A side, you do have the A shot to play with, and eventually A mains. On both the corners, we got to see Shera first of all opening up, and finally Juggy sums it up with two interesting picks as well. So yeah, all in all, beautiful competition coming in from these giants. Now, need to know what are they going to follow up with respect to the next few rounds. We have a tripwire coming in the garage. C side has been anchored by Ginola, as usual. On B, we have Nico, Shera, Cyrex, and Juggy. They are infiltrating A at this point. They are pushing over it. Updraft, Flashpoint is out there, but they don't have a lot of utils to play with. Intensity, what will they do next? The plant is definitely going to come. 69G is not going to wait for it.
Oh, no more wait right there. Got the space, got the real estate. Just go ahead, do it. 69G, he's getting a bit more aggressive. 3 players right in front of him. He needs to take this fight very cautiously. Tread his steps carefully, but there comes the paranoia. But the trades are coming through. Ginola did manage to do some kind of a damage, but eventually it's a 2v2 scenario. Coming down to Cyrax. Cyrax gets a second. Last man standing, Deagle. What can he do? His one taps definitely needs to hit those being marked. Those accurate angles are there, but Cyrax is going to get the third and seal the deal. Amigos Esports, well, they have managed to shut down such a big lineup from INT. Intensity, they had the money. Bonus, I get it, it did not go well. But later on, they had the money to get those perfect weapons. Eventually, they're in shambles yet again. Diamond City, he has gone for a stinger, man. I have never seen a Jet have a stinger. Never seen it. Sheriff does something more,
it
but
happens. It happens only if the economy is in shambles, and as you rightly called it out, losing the second round, it is going to put them in a tricky spot, and that's why I believe that Stinger might help him due to the effect of dash and updot and other utilities that he might pull up with. Good play coming in out here with a fault line initially, and then following it up with a recon. Paranoia comes in. Good flashpoint from the other counter area as well. Diamond City slowly marching in, but remember, Stinger is only good in the close quarter angles, not in those long range. You might land one or two shots, but from the other corner, you have Kurunami Vandal peeking you. And it's Juggy. I mean, this guy is definitely the giant that you need to slay at this point if you really want to move in. And we can clearly see that the whole aggressive attempt is out there on A. But Ginola is not making a move at this point because they need confirmation, which is very, very important at this point.
ooh, confirmation is important, and so is the endeavors. For now, 69G has a little bit understood what the positioning is. Trying to zero in to the location of Juggy will be vital, but Nico is waiting for that perfect angle. Fault line in hand yet again, concussing few of the players. They have the real estate yet again towards side A. And one by one, I believe, they're planning to push every single one of them away. Hunter's Fury from both the corners. Who's going to be successful is Juggy getting the first one. Mr. Deagle bites the dust. Spike still not being planted. Even though they had the real estate, the fear in their mind constantly just thinking that what will happen next is affecting a lot. Hindrance is there as Cyrax, he's stepping in slowly, steadily, but the angles, he need to check it through.
Legion naked demon with the sheriffs are creating a chaos at this point. Oh, it's down to a 1v1 equation. What? Oh, for a moment I was like, maybe he's going to lose, but Shera with the right clicks on that classic shuts down the other Omen, AK Demon. Interesting play coming in, but yes, as you rightly called it out, that they need to check out the corners. Players were hiding in the smokes. Look at that. But yes, talking about the ultimates, both the ultimates were invested, and it was the Hunter's Fury. Finally, Juggy found the initial pick, and I also love the approach that Amigos made initially. When they knew that the whole team of Intensity is approaching onto A side and it's a fast push, they decided to back out. They were not retaliating out there. They were like, let's play for the retake. And they did it brilliantly. Of course, they will need to reinvest now because of the fact that they were able to like get a lot of players down. So that reinvestment is obviously going to come from Amigos Esports as well. But I would like to see C-side hit, if that's a possibility. Oh, Raul getting shot with that operator. Few more shots. These are the warning shots. Do not peek on C, otherwise you'll be back to spawn.
Diamond City, he wants to
Versus
contest this. He wants to contest this. Yes, attack-sided op is always going to be lethal, but Mr. Deagle, he's missed that shot the second time. My man, he needs to count all of it. But unfortunately, Cyrax, he's going to be taken down. Operator versus operator, and Diamond City has showcased one thing and one thing only. That if you mess with me, I'm going to send you back to spawn.
It's not easy to put down a lad known as Diamond City. Playing in Jet, he has shown his strong forte in the upper bracket. But look at this, straight up, way too close. And now it's going to be a battle between Omens. Probably. Maybe that's the case. CK Demon getting some shots onto him through the smoke. They're trying to go for a plant, but that was a fake trigger. Make sure that you get your opponents in a vulnerable spot.
Very close, very close.
Recon is going to give them all the info that they do need. Shera finds CK Demon. They get more. Oh, Juggy finds 69G, and there goes the spike. Diamond City, will he be saving that op? I think that would be a wise choice rather than taking a fight in a 1v3 equation with an operator. Yup, he backs away. That Raul drone might spot him, but Diamond City is paying his respects. He's like, let's back out from here. But there will be a commitment. Big possibility that they might fall down.
No more proposals.
Well, lads, I mean, I do get it. The rounds are important, but there's another thing which is very important. You all have an opportunity to win a giveaway. It's 1000 VP at stake. And all you have to do is go ahead, press exclamation mark Valorant to join this giveaway. One lucky winner will get that. So, calculate your steps as well.
Yeah, get those skins, flaunt it, show us your talent. 4-2 is the scoreline. We have loads of ultimates coming in, but the only one from the other side, Intensity, has invested that. It's going to be the Bladestorm, as they have economy in shambles. They need to get the best foot forward now in this 6th round. Oh, Mr. Deagle finds Ginola. That's big one. The whole seaside is wide open because of the fact that the Sentinel that was anchoring it is now down. And it's pretty interesting to watch that in full buy rounds, Intensity loses, but in those thrifty rounds, they're like coming back every now and then, proving themselves quite valuable. Lockdown, will you go for that? Let's see.
And that's what happens, right? When you're pushed back and your back is right next to the wall and you have nowhere to go, you just choose one thing and one thing only, being more aggressive. NiKo, for now, he has a lot of weight on his shoulders. Oh boy, he crumbles so bad, but Cyrax, he manages to shine. He gets 2 frags instantly, but there you go. 6-9G, quick on feet, got the upgrade. And for now, I can see this last man standing, Juggy. He did showcase that he had an operator, a good bait. Ultimately gets a second one as well. It's a 1v1, both plant. What will AK even do? I've seen a lot many overwin plays coming through. And this might be the perfect clutch for him. Juggy. He did clear the close angle, but little does he know that AK
Oh, no, he has no idea.
Around, near about in that corner, the headshot to seal the deal, and the third one, a thrifty coming through.
Oh, lovely, man. I mean, I was talking about 4 ultimates out there, but eventually all Intensity needed was just 2 ultimates. One was the Bladestorm, and second by getting the orb was the Cager lockdown. Phenomenal stuff coming through. But at the end, Juggy, he was like a bit hasty, I believe. He had no idea that he need to like check out the garage angle or maybe a back angle as well. Imagine the pain that was there in that particular round for Juggy, because he did wonders. I mean, he took 1v2 at that point in a 1v3 fight. The last guy, AK Demon, he had that real demon inside him and was able to put him away. A good smoke initially, making sure that no entrance will be made. But here comes a recon, fault line following it up. They do have the Rolling Thunder available. They can't deny the plant. That comes through. This could be the moment. Yup, there it is. The Rolling Thunder coming in. But it's from the other side. Okay, the attackers were investing on the Rolling Thunder.
Whoa!
But with
This
that
is
shot
big.
card, I believe, he finds one.
Oh boy! Mistakes after mistakes, too early into the game. Rolling Thunder being implemented, and right now, it's gonna be a flawless coming in for Amigos. And here's the thing. I was thinking that imagine in the previous round, if NiKo would have gone in for the investment of Rolling Thunder, it would have been an absolutely perfect round for Amigos. But eventually, the patience game of NiKo is on point. Even in this round, he did not invest, even though Intensity, they went all in. They were like, we won this round, no matter what happens. But through the smoke, if you linger around way too much, you will get shot through it. It's not that there's a wall right in front of you and it's all safe and sound for you to stay around, get that information, what's going on. No, you can get shot. So might as well play more cautiously rather than just going in with a head-on approach, brute force approach.
Exactly.
So that's one of those mistakes, crucial mistakes. Big rounds is what Intensity is losing because they're in the attack side and this map is attack favored. I'm very worried that once the sides swap, I believe that Amigos Esports, they're going to swoop the entire round.
Oh, that's what they are looking for. That's what the fans are here for. From Amigos' perspective, yes, this whole equation so far in the last 8 rounds has been looking good. The start was not good, but in the mid, they came back into the picture. Like, they were able to deliver a scoreline of 2-2. And trust me, they have done their job when it comes to having that defender's perspective in their favor. They've got 5 rounds. You need to get at least 5 so that you can have a good advantage in the second half. When you are attacking, you get the pistol round, you get the bonus, and concluding that, have an equalized scoreline. And from there, you can move in, as you already have an advantage of deciding, faking, pulling through, from which angle you want to prove yourself. But honestly, Intensity, at this point really needs to get at least 3 more rounds. They need to build a scoreline of 6-6
Nice.
so that they have a good spot to play. But here comes the glitch pop operator. Shuts the player away. Cyrex definitely eagle-eyed at this moment.
Smart
It's a
move.
crucial pick. But yes, neural theft, with that they get the info where the players are. They are grouped outside B in the mid region. And Shera is holding the left corner. We have the aftershock and fault line also available. There comes the aftershock. It is going to push the player away. Oh, what? Cyrex, the operator guy, gets countered with a sheriff. With a mere sheriff. 800 creds is all you need to shut down a 4700 cred investment. Nico retaliates it away. Legion gets one.
Shera.
Legion away. The last man standing. Oh, the reload. What, man?
It got him.
At the end
It got
moment.
him way too bad.
Yeah.
But okay, 69G just making this room, the space to get that additional credits for the next following round. Hunter's Fury to work around things with, but the players are way too close. Inola peeks around the corner, gets a frag, and gets another round. 5-3. At the sides of intensity, it's not looking that clear. It's not looking that neat. Those pushes, those angles, even though there's like a one-shot wonder thing which is going on with the Sheriff, which was from the likes of 69G. What a beautiful tap towards mid. Other than that, I've not seen anything go down.
One enemy remaining.
Brilliant plays out here. Shera. I mean, look at him using the shortest step. Nobody from the intensity had an idea that there might be a guy on top. I mean, that's one of those angles that you really need to check instantaneously after you enter. But eventually that didn't happen. 6-3 already in the favor of Amigos, and the way they started, they were a bit tricky. They had 2 rounds out of their hands, but after that, the comeback looks absolutely amazing. Now, there is a full buy equation coming in from Intensity. Really hoping that they might pull through in this particular round. If they don't, I don't know, man, where this team is going to go, because they were having a good run in the upper bracket. And if I'm not wrong, they were also undefeated till the upper bracket finale happened. Now they are in the lower bracket finals. Challenges are up high. Amigos on the other corner, they are fighting from the lower bracket round 1. They know what they need to do. They know how to fight in those patience moment. The lack of agile is something that I was a bit worried for. But as I can see, their rotations are looking quite good, and the post-ban scenario, the retake is also quite good. But Cyrex misses. This could have been a big opening for him. But eventually he missed. After all, he's a human.
Indeed he is. Diamond City still lingering around for way too much time here. He wants to spot a player or two, just casually walking through, strolling all across, thinking that there's no one towards this area. And that's what he's hoping for. Juggy.
Yep.
Even though there was a slight bit of a hope where I could see Diamond City swing. I believe he's going to do it. Information getting revealed. The entire attacker's side moving inside Diamond City. Good for one. The second one comes through as well. The entire side is open and up for grasp. Nico, he needs to invest it right now. But the plant is done already. Could have stalled that. But eventually he was waiting for Shera to come along as well. Deagle, he has gotten Ginola off guard. There goes the third man which the team needed for now for this retake. It seems like an impossible task already. Nico, he did drop down, did manage to get one. It's a 3v2. How can things even shape from here?
Last player standing.
Rolling Thunder is what I'm hoping for, but AK Demon shutting down those hopes. Nico, good for 3. Is he going to be able to initiate this 1v1? Yes, he's going to do it! This
Bro,
man
he
is
got a 4 key.
absolutely crazy! What on earth did I just see? Has the time to even defuse the spike. What a beautiful round, and he did not invest on the Rolling Thunder. What is going on?
I mean, Azura, you said in a 2v4 equation that it's not going to happen, but look at this guy, Nico, proving ourselves wrong in a very good way. He was able to swing around, get those fault lines and flashpoints in a very good manner, and then after that retaliating with good aim, to be honest. That was a good round. That was indeed a very impressive comeback coming in from Nico. Being an initiator, you have those utils which can give you the advantage on the other guy. That's exactly what this guy had. Uses the flashpoint in a good way, pushes back the player with the help of aftershock. The fault line was also pretty indeed amazing. 7-3. 10 rounds done and dusted. We have Amigos written all over in this map, to be honest, so far. With the advantage of 4 big rounds in their name, they're already having that upper hand. But in Garage,
Cage trigger.
Have the Cypher Ginola. That shock dart never was able to take the trip out. So if they try to infiltrate the the garage region, they're obviously going to get countered at that point. But Diamond City is holding the PKB angle. Patiently waiting in mid courtyard at this point. But AK Demon finds Ginola with that. The seaside could be opened up, but we already have Cyrex rotating over there. But the smoke, Cyrex would be furious about it because that smoke that came through in that angle, it is going to block off all the perspective that Cyrex could have had at that point. But anyway, all said and done, folks are approaching towards C. Good block with the cloud first. Operator shot goes in, misses again, and Mr. Deagle.
Oh,
Oh my,
boy.
what round!
Nico. The previous round itself, this man was absolute behemoth, but now
30
those mistakes are
seconds.
going to be very silly to be counted. Diamond City getting the second Shera right around the corner, could not spot the opponent. Juggy being the last man standing, this Juggernaut has done a lot in the past, but he needs to do something more. It was a 1v4 situation to go ahead and tackle, which he could not.
Last
Fourth
round
on
in the
board
half.
for intensity. And I believe that it should have been 7 for them and 5 for AES. That's how the entire scoreline should have looked. But look at the way Amigos are playing, man. They're on a different level altogether. Understanding what's going on is very crucial and very vital in the game of Valorant. They're doing it so well.
Well, what a round that was. Intensity, they are proving themselves lethal for sure. They're also coming back into the picture.
Get out of my way.
But let's see what happens next. Okay, we can clearly see some beautiful swings coming through. They are trying to push through from the A mains. You have Cyrex out there with the dash activated. Oh, this is going to be feisty to watch. There goes the shot. Takes one away. Alex needs to back out, and he did. Brilliant smokes. But Attacker kind of helped them at that point. Blade Storm, will he get something? No. Legion is going to shut him away. Brilliant play with that Prime Vandal. It's 4v4. The duelist has been compromised from Amigos, but they don't really need it because the top fraggers are actually the initiators, Juggy and Nico, respectively. The way they have been playing in the last few rounds, they did wonders. Now it's the last round. I am a bit surprised to see this, but I think Intensity at this point needs to get this 5th round man in the name. That's how they need to wrap up this first half. If they don't, 8-4
gonna be
scoreline,
tough.
that too for an attacking team, it will be a blessing in disguise.
True, but it's going to be very tough. Rolling Thunder, Hunter's Fury, both of these ultimates available,
Exactly.
ready to use. The moment they hit the site, we all will know what will happen. AK Demon, for now, he has gotten the perfect angle. He has taken the upper
30 seconds
heaven
left.
area so beautifully. But Shera, he's right around the corner. He knows that this kind of a play is going to take part in it. Blade Storm is one of the things, very crucial things, which is going to be helping them a lot.
lovely.
There comes the Rolling Thunder.
Oh, he
Pushing the
can get
entire
free.
enemy side towards one of the corners. And AK Demon, he has been countered. One by one, every single one of them heading towards the side. And Juggy, the leap of fate, the last man standing. Diamond City still has the Blade Storm. What can he do? Low HP, 1v1 being initiated. Last man standing. Juggy,
Blade
he's
Storm,
still
Blade
tapping it out there. A second tap, he needs to go ahead, start diffusing. This is not going to be possible, but I believe it's going to be the 5th coming on board. Intensity. The 5th comes.
Oh, man.
And there comes a 7-5 first half. What a nail biter. Last round, even though Amigos had such big ultimates, they failed to look at the time. 40 seconds is what you get post plant, and 40 seconds, they could not do anything to even go ahead and do a half diff. But it's all right.
Exactly.
Scoreline looks pretty much sublime, pretty much looks one-sided towards Amigos because they're in the attacker's side, and we all know in the map of Haven, it is the attackers who always prevail victorious. Unless Intensity has a perfect kryptonite.
Let's see if they're going to have it, but I would like to give some points about the previous round. I think Juggy was holding a bit of a off angle, which was not good, because if you see from A shot, it was pretty evident that Ginola or anyone who will be holding that particular corner can easily get that angle. But okay,
Wow.
next round we get to see Diamond City opening up. Juggy gets taken away. AK Demon on the other corner finds two as well. Nobody is going to enter from garage, and look at this guy, Mr. Deagle. He's hopping in, but he gets countered. All right, Shera finds the first pick. The first opening, he has got the spike as well. Moving and marching towards A. They have nano swarms and the turret are pointed out here. Mr. Deagle has made sure that the setup is going to work, but they have not broken the nanoswarm, or they did. Okay, they have actually broken away the nanoswarm, and there is nobody who is going to use that nanoswarm. But Shera finds one more. Will he get more? Nothing. Legion counters Mr. Shera. Oh, fault line. This is tricky. Ginola, the last man standing, gets spotted. Small angle from that smoke, and there you go. Once again, Amigos, just like the previous half, loses their pistol round.
Oh boy, what's going on? This is not the Amigos Esports that I know. Previously itself, yesterday's day's performance, every single time they went in for the pistol round, they have always won it. But I believe the entire part where they're just thinking, let's go ahead, aggressive approach, it's not at all working. They have to take it slow, especially whenever AK Demon comes in with those smokes and he's playing around with it, inside it. It's always going to be dangerous for them to even step further. So cautious steps. It's again and again one of the things which I've been lingering around with. That's one of the things which I'm not seeing from the likes of Amigos. They want to go ahead, aggressive, get those stances. AK Demon, for now, he has a perfect control over towards window, and Cyrax, a misstep, and there goes the first body.
Oh, Juggy with a wall bangable gets Legion. Good retaliation coming through. And when he's playing on Sheriff, yes, we know that it's not a very good weapon to play with. Especially when it comes to the close quarter angles, you might lose in that particular confrontation. But the other guys, their adversaries have got bulldogs to play with. Pretty efficient. You have a turret out there. Breaks away the turret. Few warning shots on Juggy. But it's not going to hurt him. Juggy is a bit low, but he can still fight. Intensity on the other corner, they're also receiving a lot of damage. After losing their breach, they're already not at a very good spot at this moment. We have one guy holding that corner off. They're slowly moving once again into the garage. No fakes as such, but Ginola has got the spike. And he's out there on the mid, on the B window. But slowly he's going to march in as well. Alright, it's Juggy who's going to swing. Is it going to be efficient? Indeed, it is going to be. He gets a 2K already. Just on both the breach and the Sova. Recon dart. Spots one, but once again, Mr. Deagle is surprised. Shock dart is going to hurt him a bit. But the plant, well, it is going to happen. Amigos, the very next round, they are indeed now looking quite good.
All they have to do is skedaddle, run across, go towards C long, but Juggy is doing a lot of damage here. One by one, picking all of the opponents. This is big, this is vital. And Amigos, they have a winning chance. Pistol round doesn't matter how it went. It's about how you end things in the second round itself. Amigos, they're not looking like they want to budge away. They want to take those fights. And AK Demon, he's making sure that he's going to be safe, taking that bulldog for the next solid round. Juggy, but now aggressive. The weapon in the hands of Juggy did cost him a lot, but AK Demon, he has already gotten 4 frags, but the time has already been bought. The round coming in for the sides of Amigos. And Ginola, he's alive for this one.
I think Intensity's next round is going to be a little bit more dicey because of the fact that they pretty much invested a lot. If you can see, 2 bulldogs were there, 1 phantom was available for them. They purchased some outlaws as well. So all of that is also going to be a bit more pressurizing equations. Look at them. Now their economy looks in shambles, but from the other side, we have the full buy coming through. Except Ginola. This lad loves to play on that Marshall. Let's see if it is going to be valuable for him or not. While I would love to see what AK Demon needs to offer, have to offer, to be honest, because on defense, I think that controller can work a lot. But now they're approaching from B window. They spot one, and it's Mr. Deagle. The whole mid is wide open. The only sentinel that you had is compromised Intensity. They're already on the back foot due to the fact that they don't have good weapons to play with, and now their sentinel is done and dusted. Oh my, things can go in any direction now. Specifically, the direction could be favoring Amigos. And Legion is out there holding that corner. Shoots. And he has a classic to fight against Vandals in long range. I mean, I would like to give homage to his guts.
Yeah, the Cahoon is on this man. Legion still has a couple of utilities to work around things with. Alright. Flash in hand, but Diamond City, good on the swing. Gets Cyrax. That's a big loss. Because Cyrax, every single time I see him, he's the man, he's the specialist of opening the entire site wide. Right now, it seems like AK Demon, he's going to be pressured a lot. has an outlaw body damage 140. We all know one shot to the body. If he's way too low, he can get multiple frags, but he needs to be on point. Did manage to get Juggy instantly, but I believe he's gonna be taken down. Shera, the arch nemesis, his own counterpart, has taken him into bits and pieces. 3-man stack, and the weapons to work around things with. Intensity. What are they gonna do? Are they gonna go ahead, bring in the fight, or it's a done situation for them? Ginola, he's not looking that good as he's dead. Those trades are not coming through. A 3v2 situation. Shera did manage to get one, but Nico, he's going for the big one. But Legion, what a perfect backstab.
Come on.
Time? Is it there? It is there.
I think he's just telling us, guys, that it's just not Juggy who is good at sheriffs. There you go. Lovely, lovely round. And eventually he had more than 3 seconds left to go for the defusal. But it all started with AK Demon. The way he was being that sneaky, and after that the recon dart was also pretty effective. They got all the info that they needed, and eventually Nico had no idea that somebody might be lurking from the garage as well. Because in that type of moment, you usually expect that the whole team is going to go all in and eventually rush forward. But Legion was like miles away from that fight, and then slowly he creeped into the fight from the garage, and yeah, he got the round. Congratulations for that. 8-7 already. Amigos have got the lead. But trust me, 1, 2 or even 3 rounds of a lead is not that big of a lead. Anytime that lead can change. But Ginola, super duper low. Those predictable fire were pretty much on point. And after that, Diamond City follows it up with a dash. Wades back. Protocol, Sheriff in the hand. Moving forward, yes, they do have the fault line as well. But I think at this point, Shera can find something. Juggy, once again, look at that. Wallbang shots are finding something crucial. Juggy finds one more. He gets the value out of it. It's a 2v3 equation. They don't have the weapons to fight with. Yeah, they need to counter.
Upgrades are available. Cyrax for now, he needs to hit his shots, but unfortunately, Legion, this man from the previous round, the kahunas he has, he does not want to back out at all. Juggy being the last man standing, but the gong area hasn't been cleared at all. And Diamond City, he is definitely going to be parading him down to death. In the previous round, just one man was what Amigos Esports needed to be towards C-Long, and they would have gotten it. It's all right. Next following one, economy not being that great, and the crucial moments, Diamond City, since starting of the time, he has been hitting his shots. First on Ginola and then on the last man, which was Juggy. He's been doing so good. 21 kills on that Sova. Man, this is big time step up coming in from him.
Well. Frags are indeed coming through, but eventually the impact of those frags is not being done. And specifically the attack rounds. Because they had a scoreline of, if I'm not wrong, 7-5, but as I can see, it's already 8-8. That means a good counter has been given from intensity as well. And just like the previous half, eventually the second half is also not looking that good. Kurami Vandal shots. Mr. Legal won't find anything, but yes, he gets the info for the team. Turrets, nano swarms, all of that is going to put a lot of pressure. Even under heaven, we have a turret. Okay, he's going to break it away. Otherwise, I thought maybe Sarix is going to get damaged with that nano swarm. That didn't happen. Nico comes up with a plant. Now it's a postman scenario. You need to fight back. Ginola finds one. Mr. Deagle gets Sarix out. 69G is going to put Mr. Ginola as well. Here comes the Hunter's Fury. Juggy, Nico, they are getting the picks. Oh my, it all trickles down to the last man standing now from intensity. And the name is 69G. Can he convert it? Shock dart, brilliant shock dart, but no damages. Shera is going to swing. And he gets it done. 9-8. Amigos Esports instantaneously were able to come back in the round. Amazing picture at this moment. But it all started with this amazing play coming in from lads known as Diamond City and the other individuals. They played in a wonderful scenario. But at the end, the round got converted in the favor of Amigos Esports, and they have a total of 22 frags. Juggy specifically. Nico and Shera are ready with their ultimates, but from the other corner, the defenders are ready with their Hunter's Fury from the Shadow and Bladestorm. This will be a tough nut to crack for Amigos Esports, but the problem is Team Intensity does not have the buy. They are playing on Sheriffs. They have done wonders with Sheriffs, no doubt in that. But Juggy, the way he is playing on Sheriff, the way he is playing on those economical buy, it has been amazing.
Yeah. But now ultimates, they're looking really good. Rolling Thunder to work around things with Ginola with the backstab. Just waiting for the opponents to pounce. Does not have his tripwire whatsoever. So this can be a bit dangerous. Let's see one, but alright. Being caught right off guard. Ginola does manage to shut down AK Demon. He's making a run for it. The moment he got a kill, he knows that he needs to be along with the team. And that's very vital. Mr. Deagle for now, good for one. Shera is done and dusted. But okay, there comes the kill track. There comes the kill streak. Moving further. Neko, he's gonna seal the deal.
Neko gets one more round in his favor. Brilliant clutch at that point under heaven. He was holding a very good angle. Look at the replay. How it all started with the Shrouded Step being utilized and Kinola countered him in a very beautiful way. But Mr. Deegan and 69G out there, along with Diamond City with a Blade Storm, this is indeed a very good combo. But at the end, it all turned against them as Neko was out there putting them away. Being the initiator, this guy has got some valuable abilities to play with, and all those abilities put forth in the right moment, along with his precision. Always prefer. Cyrex, what is he going to do?
I'm not liking what Cyrex is gonna do. He's gonna go for the orb and farm it as soon as possible. There comes the Blade Storm, and soon he's gonna use it. Diamond City, for now the way he's just waiting for that angle, could not hit his shot. Oh, out to hurt. Cyrax. Come on, I'm just waiting for the golden moment. Goes ahead, shuts down Mr. Deagle. There goes the Sentinel, and the entire site is wide open. Oh, not liking the looks of it. A post plant coming in real soon as well, and all those mistakes which were made in the previous round is done and dusted for.
Unfortunate.
Oh, he's gone. And so goes Legion. The way they are just going ahead, ham against the opponents. It was a quick plant, but they were not ready for this post plant scenario.
It's a plan for long, so that is going to maybe probably help them. Oh, Shera finds Diamond City. That's a good play coming through. They need to swing deep, and that's exactly where Shera can have the upper hand. Goes into the shock dart to put a bit of a pressure. Another shock dart. 69G needs to back out, but he's not even moving. He is going for that ninja diffusal. He might get it, and he did. Rose never fake. There you go. 69G out there in the smoke, holding it up. He is like, yes, I'm going to go for the diffusal, man. Here, I dare you to like get that equation out in your favor. And at the end, from 10-8 to 10-9, intensity is coming back. But remember, it's already the double digits where Amigos are touching. You are a bit away, but still Amigos on an advantage area with some goodbye. It is going to be a bit more pressurizing equation because if you see, from intensity, we had just have Spectres, Stingers, and Meersham Sheriffs to play with.
Well, true. 69G yet again being pincered, constant information being revealed. But he's a smart lad out there, man. He does not care what happens right in front of him. But Diamond City, Neko shutting him down instantly. That was a big loss. As Diamond City, he was managing to bring in those first bloods quite often and bring that early man count advantage to the team. Shera for now, just going ahead, making the plays. Good smokes all across, and Side C is one of the places where they want to head. Lockdown available. Mr. Deagle, he has to survive for a bit longer, and that's where he can go ahead and start implementing those ideas. Nano Swarms for now kept in handy.
5v4 with a Trimble by... I have my doubts, but still. Oh, okay. Neko has given the info. Oh, actually, that was Legion if I'm not wrong. Yeah, Legion gave him the info and Mr. Deagle answers back. Sentinel versus Sentinel. A Marshall right on the face. It gets it done. Here comes a Rolling Thunder. It is going to put a bit of pressure onto the opponent. But the defenders, AJ lockdown. That is a bit tricky. Alex back away, but no, he's not going to do that. And he is now caught. He is detained. But the players are giving him the cover. Like a demon, he puts down Cyrex. Neko instantaneously takes a trade. Yes, with that, 11-9. One step away from the match point and 2 steps away from their victory in the very first map of the lower bracket finale. I think Amigos are coming closer and closer to the Grands.
They are. I love the theme which is going on at the room of Ginola. It's this lovely theme, man. I believe he has done it when he was very small, but right now, I feel that he wants to change it. He wants to change it with complete a Valorant theme and all of those wallpapers.
Oh, that still looks good.
All
It's all
right.
about preferences, guys.
All right, Raider. All right. Well, the thing to talk about is going to be intensity.
Mhm.
Intensity, the attack did not go good at all. And moving further,
Yeah,
they did give a tough neck to neck situation to the opponents, which is Amigos, but ultimately they're
right.
falling apart. And as the rounds are going away, it's going to be even more tougher for them to go ahead and get those rounds because the money is one thing which is never going to look good for intensity at all. Because the pace at which Amigos plays, right? They play for mono fights, or like I would say one-on-one fights. And once they win it,
Mm-hmm.
they create that vast advantage of the man count of whichever they want to take, and then go
Yeah.
ahead get themselves the round as well. In the previous round itself, the way they pincered the entire players of Side C was one heck of a treat to watch, but not for intensity. They were still figuring out how to go ahead and tackle
Yeah.
this fast-paced gameplay. Diamond City, for now, he has been aggressive. He did manage to shut down Shada, and there goes the smoke.
Big move,
Gosh.
bit aggressive, but the
Oh, good
shock
flush.
after shock is going to put a bit of a pressure. Legion gets one, but instantaneously get traded off. Nico is already on a 3K. That's good.
Rooted.
But Mr. Deagle, look at him jumping around, moving through the garage window. But all of that has been heard by the other Sentinel, Kenola. He would be furious about that Marshall pick that happened in the previous round. Let's see if it is going to get a retaliation out of it or not, a revenge or redemption out of it or not. Well, they have got the insight that the sea is wide open. Come in, get the plan done, and then we'll fight back. And that's exactly what they're aiming for. But the Omen, look at him going for a big swing, like he's there on A Haven and he's smoking off C entrance. Interesting approach coming in. And now, when they do have the insight that the plan is done, Ginola is out there hunting for Demon or for Mr. Deagle. Let's see what is something that he's going to get. Mr. Deagle on Bulldog,
Ninja.
and AK Demon has got another Bulldog to play with. Oh no!
Ooh,
Once again,
good
similar
pick.
scoreline, similar story. Rinse and repeat. Ginola and Mr. Deagle. It's always Mr. Deagle who comes on top, I believe.
Oh, for now, the plant is wide
What?
open.
Why?
Mr. Deagle trying to create all the difference. Last man standing. The defuse has been stuck. And this
Why?
situation, they cannot back out of it. Why would you have to even go ahead, sit near logs and give away your body right off the
Oh,
bat?
man.
You know, that was a mistake and a half, man. Shouldn't have done that. It was a seed-long plant. And I was just hoping, I was crossing my
Actually-
fingers that, you know, like if he wins this fight against Mr. Deagle, it's gonna be
Yeah.
the most crucial moment. But eventually, AK Demon, he was still surviving, he was alive, and those smokes kept coming in, man. And those smokes have been an absolute boon for this team. Intensity getting 10th on board.
Actually, it was a very iffy plant as well at the same moment. They had the whole access of the site. They should have planted in a way as they did in the previous round as well. But they decided to go a little bit more towards the Tetris, and at exact that point, they need to swing a bit more to like get that counter done. That's exactly where it costed them. Anyway, guys, all said and done. Intensity, you have got a blessing in disguise, should I say, after winning that particular round. You will definitely have a goodbye, and from the other side, it is not looking good for them. Nico out there is still um, trying to maybe get some flashpoints or fault line in the whole equation, but the nanoswarm that is out there on C main, it is going to put a bit of a pressure. Ginola out there on the lurk. He is still there on A, but all the other individuals are out there on C, and we have a Sentinel and Control holding it off. Garage has been blocked. There comes a fault line. Nanoswarm's activated, but it is going to be Sarex who's going to push in. Once again gets blocked off. What? Was that a splash point? Sorry,
Yeah.
coming in from
It
his teammate
happens.
on the other side? Oh man,
Fumbles.
Nico still retaliates. Juggy gets one more. And now it's all
planted.
down to 69G and Diamond City.
Sights are not
Wow,
looking good at all,
lovely.
but ultimately 69G, well, he got countered. Diamond City on the other corner, he's trying his level best, but again, the split is looking too good to be true. There comes Ginola, the swing is never gonna miss. Those angles kept in so great. Neko, man, this guy has created all the difference that he needed. Mr. Deagle being taken down, he was so vital. Those fights, they should never miss, and they did not. Getting the 12th on board, Intensity, they are so close yet so far. Man, this beard is giving me all the creeps. What's he doing?
26 frags already, 7 good assists. Juggy is definitely doing the hardships, but Cyrix out there on attack. I mean, he's the first one to enter, but then again, he's the first one to go down as well. That's a bit surprising for me at the same moment. Juggy and Nico out there are doing wonders. Mr. Deagle, what a swing was that? What a gutsy move. He peeked on 3 individuals, gets one. Oh my god. Intensity, they are not even willing to go down, man. It's not even like they're considering that let's just play in the next map. Let's bring Ascent in our name. Like, no, we get to this one. We need to get it done, but can they? That's what the question is. Slowly marching in. Juggy is out there, moving into B. Legion is going to swing out there. Not just that, even 69G is trying to move in. Here comes Owldrone. Owldrone versus Owldrone. Pretty interesting. Nice. There comes the aftershock. Needs to move away. Needs to fall back. But Juggy, well, he will be successful in it.
Diamond City, a little bit more time. He would have understood what just happened towards A-Long, but right now, all eyes on A-Shot. Shira, he's prepared for all the smokes. Classic textbook smokes coming through, but there comes the Hunter's Fury. One by one, picking all the opponents. Genola, my god. Why would he go ahead and shut down your enemy just like that, man? Why? Insult to injury right there. AKD been for now. He's trying his level best. He has a From the Shadow available, but unfortunately it's not going to be used for this particular round. The only way he can do things is go ahead, create some chaos, and that's where Deagle can shine upon. Deagle gets the first, but ultimately it's going to be put down to rest. 13 to 10 is going to be the score line in the map of Haven. What a great play, man. What a great play. Amigos Esports, always ready for such situations. And they know how to go ahead and capitalize all of this. Attack being so perfect, being so sublime.
Yeah.
And the defense also was great. It was a great starter. And every single time whenever they were losing the pistol round, they knew the odds, man. They knew the odds. Next round, they used to go ahead, get some weapons of their own, sheriffs, or whether it be Marshall, and then straight up slap the opponents.
Whenever they were like in pistol rounds or their economy was shambling, it was Juggy, man. It was Juggy all around. With that sheriff, he was just always there, being a wall for the team. I know he's the initiator, but he was like being the wall for the team. You try to get that entry, be it attack round or the defense rounds, Juggy was always on point. And it's pretty tough, to be honest, when it comes to having that garage control. Even in the highlights, I can clearly see how it all happened. Like Juggy countering from the garage door, he's swinging from that door and then eventually countering the players who was holding the window. That is, again, pretty challenging. You need to judge where the play could be. And he got one of those individuals out of that equation in, I believe, somewhere around 20th round or 21st round. But after that, of course, if you see Diamond City did wonders from the other side. Intensity was close but not close enough. Despite of the fact that this map is an attack-oriented map, they should have started in a good way. They did not had a lot of rounds in their favor. I thought maybe it is going to end out in an 8-4 scoreline, but after that, the mind games that Diamond City played against Juggy in that last round, if you remember the 12th one in the first half,
I do.
That was pretty funny to watch because Juggy was like, he's going to swing, he's not, he's going to swing, he's not. But at the end, he didn't swing, and eventually the timer ran out and Spike went off. So yeah, good play coming in from both the sides. But at the end, I would love to say this, Amigos, happy to share this, that yes, they are doing some wonderful stuff. Now the next map of Ascent is even more challenging, but then again, we have seen Amigos doing wonders. And I'm absolutely happy to say that this is truly a storyline of like a Phoenix, because they dropped down from the upper bracket to the lower bracket in the first matchup itself in the playoffs. And then finally from there, they have been in an equation where they have beaten down every single team that they faced, be it Ballers, be it Ace Academy, or maybe even Silly Little Guys, I believe. And today, Intensity could be the next name in their honor of charts.
True. But funny how you mentioned Ballers. So, yeah, situations were tough for them. I mean, dropping down and then later on just emerging victorious every single time. That has been the storyline for multiple teams, and this is the redemption point for even Intensity. I'm not even gonna lie, they went against Nairi Esports. They were looking so good, but ultimately they had to swallow the pill. They're like, oh, it's all right. We're not prepared for this fight. Let's just go ahead, redeem ourselves, and bring ourselves towards the grand finale again. So that was one of the situations where I thought, Intensity is prepared for, but the map of Haven itself could speak volumes. And the execution's not that great, so they have to perfect that. Until and unless they are not perfected it, it's going to be tough for them to even go ahead, compete in a three-sided map. Because I've seen it even in the map of Lotus. They have been good. They have been great. Absolute good performance from them. But somehow that individual gameplay, it looks good on paper, but the team play is one thing which I'm looking forward to see from the likes of Intensity. Those individual gameplays are absolutely amazing. For example, I can say Mr. Deagle itself, mid endeavors, the way he was just bouncing here and there, trying to get those early picks. He did manage to get that as well. But ultimately, there was one round I can still remember because of him bouncing in towards the window area, towards the opponent's spawn, costed his life. Therefore, nano swarms, turrets, everything were like gone. So those are the opportunities, handful, where I could see Intensity get those rounds, ultimately went away. So moving forward, they have to be very prepared. Like you mentioned, Ascent, it's a vanilla map. Every single one of them has played Ascent at least 1,000 times in their life. 1,000 times.
Oh yeah.
Early times it was always
I mean, when
about
their
Ascent,
IDs
Ascent,
are already
Ascent.
like 400 or 500 levels, I think yes, it is justified that they played 1,000 plus maps.
Of course, they've played more than that, and they all know it's a vanilla map. All you have to do is get your omens right, get all of those smokes, and play it perfectly. But this time, I'm very interested to see what kind of lineup they're going to pick. I mean, Genola, he went ahead, took Cypher, still managed to do something amazing. I mean, even though there was some situations where I was thinking that Cypher is faltering away, rather than that, if there was a KJ, he would have done absolutely amazing. But yeah, don't get me wrong. In the map of Ascent, Cypher is good, but KJ is the most effective.
KJ is the best.
KJ is the best. She can lonesome handle two places at once. That is mid alongside site B. So I'm just curious to see whether it's going to be the same approach of taking Cypher or it's going to be a tad bit different. What is your take on that, Trader?
I think Cypher is not going to be a good choice in that particular map as well, as it was not a very good choice in this one as well. But at the end, when it is still effective and Ginora is still there with the aim game, I think yes, that's pretty much justified. Another individual like that was from Ace Academy. The guy is known as Wimp, I believe, and he usually loves to play on Deadlock. I mean, it's a dead sentinel, to be honest. It's in the name, man. You have not seen any Deadlock approaches in the competitive scenario.
The hatred you
that
have
guy usually
towards
used to play on that. Yeah, man. I usually play to, when the agent got unlocked, like when the agent was introduced in Valorant, I usually was pretty inclined towards it. But then again, all those sonic sensors, barrier mesh and gravnet is just not that effective. Annihilation is one of the best ultimates that you can have, but only if it is effective, only if you are having that information of where the players are. But guys, we'll leave that talk behind. Let's dive into the action of scoreboard, where we will get an insight of what happened in the whole equation. To be honest, I'm happy about the approach from both the sides. Neko, he is going to be the top fragger at this point with 26 frags and 10 assists as well. So he was a part of 36. That is interesting. With the ACS of 322 and 3 first kills, this guy did wonders for the team.
See, let me be very honest. It was a nail biter, okay? Juggy, look at him. He's sitting at an ACS of 319. It's just 3 points difference is where he got dethroned from getting the MVP. But ultimately, that man has brought in his blood, sweat, tears, recon dot, and shock dart alongside all drone. My God, he has been on a hot streak alongside his Hunter's Fury as well, doing a lot of damage. Ultimately, Cyrax, we could not see much of his action coming through, but eventually, whenever we saw it, he was getting shut down by Diamond City day in, day out. Diamond City on the other corner, man, he did step up for the team, man, big time. But it's just that individual gameplay is where I could see the team is revolving around rather than it being a team-played game. So if they refine that, map of Ascent is going to be nice and easy for them. But there you go, Neko getting the MVP for map number 1. Beautiful head start already taken by him. 4,738 damage clocked in as well. So this man has been the behemoth of the server.
Oh yeah, he definitely was. And playing on a breach is always a menace. That's my favorite agent as well, guys. But yes, when you have breach, you have the flashes to work with, you have the stuns to work with, you have the damage inflicting after shock to work with, and at the end, the name of that ultimate, Rolling Thunder. It itself justifies what will happen in the site wherever you're going to put that Rolling Thunder into the effect. So that's pretty interesting to watch as well. Now, I definitely would love to see what happens next, how the whole counter is going to be there from the other side of intensity, because they need to put their best foot forward in the map of Ascent. But yes, so far in every single map where Ascent has been the part of the action, Amigos has done wonders. They usually love to go with a textbook approach. I can kind of predict that which particular agents they're going to bring. They will bring a KO, they'll bring a Sova, sorry. They will bring a Sentinel known as KJ, and they will have an Omen, which will be Shera, I believe, and Sarix will of course be playing on a Jet. That is the textbook approach, but maybe they're going to change it as we are already in the lower bracket finale. Their strategies have been read a lot. Intensity might have an edge onto that particular perspective because Ascent, as you rightly called it out, has been one of the loved maps so far in this tournament as well, and also in the normal ranked, competitive, unranked scenario in Valorant as well. So I think maybe they might change, but 99% of the chances are that they're going to stick with the textbook approach.
Of course. If you go deviate from those path of being a textbook approacher, then there might be some mistakes here and there, and the entire team is going to be facing the wrath of whoever has done the mistake. So yeah, that's one of the things which I'm waiting for as well. So map of Ascent, man oh man, I believe for the fifth time, not for the fifth time, for the third time we're seeing Ascent, and it has been one of those favorite maps of mine. We all have seen those clashes of titans as well, the big names, Fnatic alongside Loud, the way they could go ahead toe to toe. It was a beautiful series, the way they played it as well. But ultimately, even though Loud had a streak of winning that map day in, day out, still lost it. So sometimes all of those experience also does not count, as the opponent is like a grandmaster level. So we'll see how things are going to pan out. But before that, before the map of Ascent is gonna be loading right in front of you, we're gonna just go ahead, do a bit of content here. We're gonna showcase all of the interviews onto what's going on in the minds of Mr. Deagle. So guys, go ahead, enjoy it. We're gonna take a small little break.
Hello guys, this is here comes Sari from coveted.gg, and with me I have Mr. Deagle from Team Intensity Esports. Hello Mr. Deagle.
Hello Harry, how are you doing?
एकदम बढ़िया आप.
बढ़िया आप बताओ.
Okay, first question. How has your experience been with TEC Showdown?
It's pretty good. अब तक तो सब बढ़िया चल रहा है. We are in winning streak. Jinx ना हो जाए बस यहाँ पे. बस winning streak चालू तो ऐसे ही जीतते रहे.
That's great. That's great. So, next question. Which agent pick has worked the best for you throughout the tournament?
I think Clove, हम बहुत ज़्यादा Clove use कर रहे हैं, तो Clove ऐसा मतलब पिछले पूरे टूर्नामेंट्स में हम क्लोव लेते नहीं थे, पर दिस टाइम क्लोव बहुत अच्छे से खेल रहे हैं हमारे टीममेट्स, फ्रेंड्स जो भी है. क्लोव उस पे बहुत यूटिलाइज कर रहे हैं स्किल्स पे, एम पे बहुत यूज़ हो रहा है उसका, मतलब कह सकते हो आपकी एम ज़्यादा यूज़ हो रहा है, विदाउट यूटिल्स कम हो रहा है, तो क्लोव बहुत अच्छा जा रहा है.
What was your strategy going into these games?
स्ट्रैटेजी एज सच कुछ इतनी बनाई नहीं थी एक्चुअली. हम लोग जब फ्रेंड्स है तो स्क्रीम्स भी बहुत कम करते हैं, लाइक हार्डली 2 स्क्रीम्स अ डे होता है, तो स्ट्रैटेजी ऐसा कुछ बनाया नहीं था. मोस्ट अभी बनाएंगे, अभी ग्रैंड फाइनल्स और फाइनल अपर ब्रैकेट के लिए ज़रूर बनाएंगे.
What was the one advice that worked for you guys when you are in a tough spot?
आई थिंक बहुत से प्लेयर्स फिल्टर करते हैं, तो बहुत केओस होता है, तो कोई तो स्टेप अप कर लेता है, बोल देता है कि टाइम आउट ले लो, या कोई एक कॉल लेता है, तो सब लोग सुनते हैं, तो वो नेचुरली लोगों का बाहर आता है. वो बहुत टीम को हेल्प करता है, पूरे टीम को, और सभी करते हैं, ऐसे नहीं कोई एक इंडिविजुअल करता है, पूरा टीम स्टेप अप करता है जब हार्ड सिचुएशन होती है. तो कोई एक कॉल लेता है और सब उसका कॉल सुनते हैं, तो दैट्स द पॉइंट.
Okay, that's great. Which agent pick from the opponent gave you guys a tough time?
Honestly, Harbor.
Okay.
Harbor बहुत टफ होता है. As a controller, Harbor is the best, I think. जो बहुत हार्ड होता है काउंटर करने के लिए ओपोनेंट्स को, और वो एजेंट बहुत ज़्यादा परेशान करता है हमको.
Okay, that's great. And the last question, are you excited about the upcoming TEC events?
Yes, अभी तो बहुत टूर्नामेंट्स आ गए और आने भी वाले हैं, जैसे आपको भी पता है. तो T3 के लिए बहुत कुछ कर रहा है TEC। तो आई एम वेरी हैप्पी कि इतने टूर्नामेंट्स आ रहे हैं। वैलो सब गेम्स के आ रहे हैं, मोस्टली मैं वैलो की बात करना चाहूँगा। बहुत टूर्नामेंट्स आ रहे हैं, अभी हो भी रहे हैं और कंटिन्यूस भी चालू है। तो बहुत सारे टूर्नामेंट्स आ रहे हैं विद बिग प्राइस पूल और बहुत कुछ सपोर्ट भी कर रहे हो TEC पूरा वैलोरेंट के लिए, तो बहुत अच्छा लगता है।
Okay, that's great. So, thank you, Mr. Deagle, for joining us for the interview. Hello, guys. This is Sekam Sari from coveted.gg, and with me I have Jinola from Amigos Esports. How are you, Jinola?
Yeah, I'm all good. How about you?
Ekdam badhiya, ekdam badhiya.
Yeah,
So, this is a short and sweet interview. So, let's just start with it. How has your experience been with TEC Showdown?
Yeah, it's actually a great tournament considering that we have this tournament every other month. So it's a good step-up chance for young prodigies like me to prove themselves. So yeah, thank you for that.
Okay. So, next question. Which agent pick has worked for you the best in this tournament, throughout the tournament?
I think Jet has been my best agent till now.
Okay.
The only Jet and Race, yeah.
Okay, so I see your duelist. Okay.
Yep.
That's great. That's great. What was your strategies going into these games?
Our team is like formed like recently, so we don't have an IGL yet.
Okay.
We're just making mixed calls and just playing reaction based. So yeah, nothing new.
What was the one advice that worked the best for you guys when you were in a tricky spot?
Just to keep our mental cool and just focus on our comms and be active. Keep the focus on. That's it.
Okay. In a scenario of a best of 5, which would be your primary map pick?
I think I'd pick Bind.
Okay.
Bind and Lotus is good too. Yeah. So Bind and Lotus. Yeah.
So can you explain why?
Because since our team is like very new, we formed like very new. So Lotus and Bind, only these maps are like we have practiced much and we played every other tournament this map. So yeah, we're confident in these maps.
Okay. So the next question, which agent pick from the opponents gave you guys a tough time?
I think Caramel on Reyna is pretty annoying. So yeah, he comes out, kills everyone.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
So the last question, are you excited about the upcoming TEC events?
Yeah, sure, definitely. I'm really excited and yeah, it's an opportunity for me and my whole team as well to prove ourselves. So yeah, why not? So excited.
Okay, thank you. So guys, this is Jinola from Amigos Esports, and thank you, Jinola, for having this interview with us. And we'll see you soon.
Yep, thank you.
Well, Amigos Esports have already countered one good map in their name. Now the question is, will intensity come back? With that, yes, after a quick short break, we are also back into the action of the Esports Club Presents Showdown Series Season 3 of Valorant, powered by Crucial by Micron, GP partner Zodiac Gaming, and our media partner is gossip.gg. Well, I believe this next map is going to be very, very fun and, to be honest, very pressurizing for one of those particular teams. And the name will be Intensity, of course. They will have to play in a very intensive manner. They will have to put their best foot forward, get that map in the name so that it's Syracuse. Otherwise, they will be the second runner up. That's all.
Well, the joy will be stolen. And I'm hoping a lot of killjoys are going to come through as well. A couple of killjoys, literally at least. But yes, like you mentioned, Raider, it's do or die for intensity. It's either they make it or it's going to be broken down into shambles. And that's one of the situations you should never be in. Intensity has this one streak or has this one pattern. Whenever their backs is on the corner, then what they do is they just focus more on how much more space is there behind. They're always focused
Okay, they
about
try
that.
to fall
They're not
back.
focused about how much space they can get more after just expanding their
Yeah.
wings and going ahead, taking a right side or a left side or heading straight itself. It's all right if someone is pushing you to your back. That it's all fine and it's nice and dandy. But all you have to do is retaliate even harder, and that's one of the things which is always missing from intensity. Even the previous game itself, they had a perfect score of 8-8, and later on the entire dominoes effect took place in terms of rounds, and then yeah, 13-10 was the last scoreline. But moving forward, Ascent. It's going to be a
Here
super
it comes.
challenging task for this team to go ahead
Yeah.
and get those agents alongside the perfect meta. You were saying something.
I was saying mirror competitions might be the case. Okay, Legion 69G. What? Are you going for double sovers? No, that's not going to happen. Legion is going to lock the KO. Nico is going to lock the KO, I believe. But Ginola. Oh, I think it is exactly going to be a mirror competition. Nico and Ginola are not. Ginola are not showing their agents that whatever they're going to lock is which particular agent. But on the other corner, we have the defenders ready with their agents. It's a bit defense-oriented map, so I think in here intensity needs to rake up at least a scoreline of 7-5. But if that is going to be the case for attackers, if they bring in a 7-5 scoreline or at least a 6-6, I think easily Amigos can shut this away with a 2-0 in the whole BO3 equation. And yes, guys, talking about the competition, it is indeed going to be a mirror one, as we do have Ginola playing on Cypher and Neko playing on the mighty KO. Well, let's see what happens next, because out here the lineups are going to matter a lot. A lot of post-plan scenario is going to matter the most, but trust me, whenever Amigos are going to come into the defense, that will be precisely the second half. You will get to see the paper-thin Odin spray coming in from Juggy on B side, and that is why Ascent is the map which I love the most, to be honest, specifically for the reason of those spams coming through, for those amazing abilities
Wow.
coming through. Let's see what is going to happen, man.
Okay. I clearly know what your intentions are here, Raider. And I'm hoping that Juggy is going to deliver. But same thing goes with even 69G. Even he has picked up Sova.
Yeah.
The early insight, the early information onto what's going to happen towards the site will be very vital. And same goes with the Odin spray. The investment is of 3,200. It's a big investment. But for how long can the defenders hold on to their guts will be the biggest question. But first will be the pistol round. This time, what's it going to be? Intensity yet again winning the pistol? Or it's going to be Amigos running in for the victory? I can already see the poll coming through as well. And multiple people have said that it's going to be a 2-0. Oh my god, it's going to be a 2-0. No, it's not going to be a 2-0. It's going to be a 2-1 at least. That's what I believe.
Okay. Cool. Keep on believing that. I would just like to say that. Amigos versus Intensity. Well. Let's see who's going to be.
You have to give
this
the
particular
boost to the
equation.
morale, Raider. That's one of the things which we are doing currently. I want to see the third map. Don't you want to see the third map?
I want to see the third map, but I want to see somebody winning the equation as well. If they have that advantage, I would not love to see that they fall down. See, the thing is, even if it was it would have been a scoreline of 1-0 for Intensity, I would be like, yes, Intensity should lock it out with a 2-0 equation, because that is the only advantage that you have. If you bring a 1-1 scoreline, then there is no advantages. The BO3 will turn out in a BO1, and that will be a do or die map for you. So I think that advantage that Amigos have got right now, they should make sure that they should continue with that advantage. They should make sure that they get that advantage in their name. Intensity on the other corner, I mean, of course, we would love to see them coming back to the action, but Amigos won't let it happen, man. I just believe that yes, on attack, Amigos might feel something, might get the backlash as well. But intensity as a particular team, the mirror competition that is coming through from their corner, it can be beneficial for them. So all of that is basically speculations. Once the timer goes off, once we get to see the very first round coming in, maybe something different is going to come in because there are no such changes that we were kind of expecting. So all the plays, all the agents that have been logged in are pretty conventional. The textbook approach should be there. Few of them will be picking from the tiles, few of them will be picking from the catwalk. Somebody will be faking A. That will be probably Cyrex, I believe. We have seen them doing something wonderful like that. So
Mm-hmm.
let's see. Let's wait and watch. Something different will happen, I believe, respective to the gameplay.
Okay. All right. And I'm hoping for the same as well. Intensity, all eyes on you guys. Focus. That's how
Yeah.
you can defeat the opponents, is what I can say. It's one of the most overpowered dialogues. And Shera for now. Okay, what is he doing? Jump, crouch, walk, jump. Okay, good. The entire team is getting prepped up. That's one of the
Teaching you
things
how
which
to
I
play,
can
bro.
see. AK Demon for now, I can see is already placing himself towards site A, but that's not the perfect position for a Killjoy. I mean, if you want to kill the enemy's Joy, if they're heading towards side B, that'll be the perfect place. Completely get it. Other than that, site A, I've never seen a KJ ever establish that footing towards A. It's always going to be Jet who's going to get that early information, whether what's going on, and then later on call the reinforcements and even possibly fortify the entire tree segment as well. Yeah, so something different is definitely cooking. So I'm going to let these man cook as the pistol round is going to be super vital, super important. Neko already he's stretching, so I believe yet again another MVP coming forward. Yeah, it's gonna be easy peasy lemon squeezy for
It's
them.
like it's another day, man. It's another day
Regular
in
day
my
at the
Valor
office.
journey. Yeah, I'm just easily going to go ahead and put that KO into the effect and eventually get as many airstrikes as possible. I'll get that upper hand for the team. That's
Hmm.
what Neko would be believing at this point. And from the other corner, I believe Legion will be doing the same as they have logged. Both the individuals have logged KOs. Would love to see you in Battle of KOs who's going to win, how the null command is going to affect, how that
Uh-huh.
whole approach from both the sides is going to be valuable. Yeah,
I
Ginola is going to be the X
kinda
factor, and same goes for AK. Yeah, go on.
I kinda think that in the first game, Ginola could
Hmm.
not perform his level best. And I believe it's
Sure.
something to do with his recent upgrade of his mousepad.
Wow.
I could see it
Lovely.
through the camera, man. I have an eye for the detail, and that's for sure gonna be one of the cases where he's trying to figure out the sensitivity of his mouse. But eventually, the round is soon gonna be rolling in. It's Diamond City who's gonna have some kind of a difficulty here loading into the map, but once he's locked and loaded, 11 seconds, you will never know where it goes. So darn excited.
Oh yeah, because it's not the start; it's beginning of an end for the lower brackets, and we will get to see who is the competitor of Neori after this competition goes off. I mean, currently Amigos they definitely have that advantage in their favor. They need to continue having that advantage till the end of this particular map, so that they can have a 2-0 score line. But as you rightly called it out, once we get to see a comeback, that will be interesting. But look at AK; he's all relaxed, chilled out. That yeah, man, we lost the first map, but we'll bring the glory back for team intensity. But AK Demon, where's that intensity in you, bro? You're just lying down.
Man, let that man have a breather. Oh my god, Raider. What's up with you?
Yeah.
Have you
Hello.
woken up in the wrong side of the bed today? You've been pummeling
I don't know,
every
man.
single player you see.
Okay, interesting. I just had some insights to relay, but it seems like I'm pummeling them. Anyway, all in all,
I'm pulling a leg, man. It's
I
all
am
Gucci.
getting a bit anxious about the action, I believe. That's why these things are coming
Oh.
out of me. I'm just becoming a bit restless, I guess.
Oh boy. The action is one thing, even the audience is waiting.
Yeah.
Cyrax, I believe. I
It's-
hope he's not getting schooled by his younger brother.
We all do, bro. We all get schooled by our youngers.
Deagle is having fun. I love that. He's trying to bring the morale up. And I can see AK Demon as well on the perfect posture that you wanted, Raider.
Mhm. Thank you. But yeah, guys, I'm waiting for Dimensity now. I wanted to see the action, bro. I didn't wanted to see him getting up on his chair, but yeah, finally, let's begin the action. Call in the chaos. Amigos are approaching from the A mains. Nobody can stop them. It seems like that. Yes, they're marched in. Nano swarms, turrets, everything is broken away. Can they get some good picks? Dimensity finds two. AK Demon gets that nano swarm in the effect and gets Nico out. It all trickles down to Ginola and Shayra. Ginola is wrapping up from trees. But on Vines, we have
good
another guy,
angle,
but he misses. Oh,
Ginola.
finally he connects. What? Ginola finds two lovely frags, but from heaven we have Mr. Deagle spotting him. And Shayra goes down. Spike is miles away. Ginola wants to go for a backstab. I think that's kind of red already from the other corner.
Things can always get too frisky around here. Mr. Deagle managed to shut down the entire choo-choo train. And kudos to the KJ, man. Kudos to them. The entire angle being held so good. The read absolutely perfect. But this angle, Ginola manages to get the third one. And he wants to flush out the generator angle as well. Nano Swarm deployed. Ginola, he's up for peeking. Still trying his level best. 40 HP against 22. Who's gonna win? We're gonna see that real soon. But 690 weighing it all, reigning supreme. 40 over 22 and gets the first round. It's yet again the time for intensity to get the round. Even though Ginola, what a beautiful play, man. So casual, but so lethal at the same time.
He tried his level best at that point, made sure that he is going to wrap from mid, pushed into the market, and then eventually got one. That was AK Demon, but following it up, had no info where the other guy is. Usually you expect them holding either under heaven or eventually the mains in that kind of scenario. But eventually that guy was on Gen.
AK
You know, I had no idea of that equation. But let's see what happens next, guys. We have the spike out there on the catwalk region, and the players are marching in from the catwalk towards tree. And out there, we do have Dimensity holding that exact angle. He's got classics to play with. I mean, even when Intensity won this particular round, they have decided not to invest a lot. They have decided to go with an approach of Mayor, Sheriffs, and classics in their favor. It's pretty interesting. Legion out there has invested a bit more in a Spectre.
Ooh, I'm not liking the looks of it. But I would really appreciate the try here. AK Demon, he's still looking at the tree, waiting for the recon dart to even hit at that corner and get the information onto what's going on towards the side. Ginola, he's already lurked inside towards B main, still holding it down.
What?
Cyrax, insult to injury, Legion goes down with the knife. And there comes Diamond City. Quick on his feet, quick on the trigger as well. It's a one-on-one blow.
Nico.
But Amigos, they've gotten a plant. Neko, he's trying to be sneaky, but AK Demon spots the sneakiness inside him. Shuts him down for the next following round. Still, the smoke is one of the places where this team is still playing around things with. Juggy could not connect his right click, but Intensity, they definitely will connect the dots and get the second one on board.
Alright, here it is. Amigos. They are not starting in a very good way, but remember, guys, that's exactly how Haven happened. Amigos were on the back foot. It was a 2-0 scoreline in favor of Intensity. But then Amigos started coming back into the picture. I think that can happen once again because of the fact that they were able to A, plant the spike, B, damage the economy as well. But honestly, from Intensity's perspective, they didn't really invested a lot. But now Dimensity is going all in. He has decided to go with an operator, a half shield operator. He can go for a full shield as well. But it seems like he wants to conserve that 1750 creds as well for the next few rounds if he loses this one, which is pretty much a possibility. Let's see if that's going to happen. The glitch pop vandal in the hand. Salix is up high with the updraft. He's holding the boxes. He's making sure that nobody is going to march in from A mains. But every now and then, infiltrating mid is one of the vital parts in maps like Ascent, Sunset, and also Abyss at the same point. But obviously, it's just Ascent that we get to see a lot, not the other maps. Okay, Diamond City can be getting compromised, and he did!
nice.
The operator goes in van. Pain, a two-way swing coming in from the other side was pretty interesting. Recon Dart. They won't get an info about Legion holding the gen. But are they pushing out here or not? Look at Neko dragging this operator out in mid so that Juggy can use it.
He has made a night market of his own, man. He just knows at this point of time, I have to provide for the team, and that's what he's doing. Cyrax, he's holding the angle. He wants one player to get a bit more aggressive. Think, where did that operator just vanish? Is it in thin air? Do I have to do some kind of a magic here?
Look at
on the
that
other
A is
side,
pretty open.
30 seconds left.
Take your demon. Cyrax, he's already made his way towards the site, and there comes the entire ruse. Oh boy, this is big, getting the entire real estate towards site A. Amigos have played it to perfection, and even though there's a player coming for a backstab, his information will be known. There's a turret right at the backside. Could not do much. The entire site under the radar. Shera having an off angle already. This is going to be big. This is vital. A pop flash to work around things with. Good crosses being held. And Shera getting the first piece of the pie. The second one as well. Third already onto his name. AK Demon being the last man standing. Cannot do anything with the Spectre. And I believe it's going to be a flawless coming through. But no! Neko gets found. Last man standing, Cyrax, he manages to shut down, but there's a weapon which has already been dropped.
As I said, this could be a deja vu moment for us as we started with a 2-0 scoreline in the first map of Haven in the favor of Intensity, and then Amigos decided to come back into the picture. That is something which is again getting replicated. But for that to happen in the long run, Amigos need to stop this full buy also coming in from Intensity right now. They have decided to go with loads of Vandals, and then eventually they have a Guardian. Mr. Deagle is going to play on it. But I am absolutely happy with this approach because if you remember, in the previous map in Heaven, AK Demon was playing on a smoke, and the other guy, Mr. Deagle, he was there on KJ. But this time things have been reversed. Mr. Deagle is playing on that particular smoke, and on the other corner, AK Demon is still anchoring. Oh, the gen region is going to be chaotic. He gets one, but won't get any more. Bit of a overcommitment. Mr. Deagle has got that insight of where the player could be. He gets spotted, gets one. Instantaneously gets the trade as well. Mr. Deagle finds Mr. Shera. And from the other corner, Juggy, he gets the retaliation done. From trees, we have an infiltration coming in. It's going to be Diamond City. But he needs to fight a big battle. Well, he won't get even a single pick out of that corner.
Revealing area.
One suppressed.
Oh my god. It's like an X-ray vision. Neko, quick on the trigger and gets that round. But here's where everything started just toying around. Mr. Deagle, he had to be quick there. Did manage to get one, but Juggy, man, oh man. Those boxes are going to be a demise with Mr. Deagle. Well, 2-on-2, an equalizer coming so soon into the game. I thought Intensity were just getting warmed up, getting multiple rounds out of their name, but nope. There comes Amigos. They're like, hola. They're going to be taking multiple rounds from now on.
Oh,
Diamond
no,
City,
no, no.
oh
What?
boy.
The timing!
One knife and his entire
Oh my
dream
God.
was shattered. He could not do much there. Every single one of it being nullified instantly.
Yeah.
And being caught off guard has been another player here. Mr. Deagle catches Genola as well. There are like 2 early losses, 1 controller and a sentinel at the same time. So that's one of the bigger losses. Amigos, how are they going to be bouncing back in this particular round?
Well, they do have the weapon advantage. It's pretty much possible that they will still bounce back. Legion out there is still holding the triangle. Oh, gets spotted. What? Legion finds Sarex as well. Somehow, just like Heaven, Sarex is not being that fruitful.
No way!
But AK Demon, he finds Neko as well. Jackie has the chance to get it done, but eventually he's not going to survive. Look at that. Juggy gets the taste of his own medicine. He is the guy we love to see on Sheriff, but look at him getting shattered by a Sheriff its own. But yeah, the start of this particular round was pretty good for Amigos. That particular 0 point was pretty effective. The suppression that came through, it nullified the blades from the ultimate.
But I believe it's the Omen. Once Omen faltered, that is Shera. For the likes of Amigos, There were no smokes coming further, and Ginola, he was caught off guard in the middle itself. So all of those endeavors did not work at all. Early losses, and no matter what weapon you're carrying, whether it's a Vandal or a Dawn Phantom, it does not matter at all. Once you're in the radar of the Sheriff and the Sheriffs are singing like so good, the shots are hitting, it's always gonna give the perfect fruit for the team. Now the initiation coming forward, the lockdown from the enemies, that is gonna be Amigos. They want the site A, but the corners, they need to check it. It's all of those angles they're contesting. But is it a ruse? I don't think so. They're committing it fully. Going in further and further. Deep down, Diamond City managed to get one, but he got stumbled at the same moment. Neko. Oh, they still have an opportunity, window of opportunity to head towards the side, but Legion, he's so quick. And there comes the rotation. So smart.
Omen utilized that from the shadow and he instantaneously went back to the boathouse. But that might just give them the opportunity. Amigos Esports, look at that trigger discipline. They're still holding A mains. But
Very
Shera is
smart.
out there in tree. He needs to check that corner as well. Not a lot of time. They don't have a lot of utils. But null command being invested, a big commitment coming in. You can clearly see how much significance of this round is. But oh, they lost Juggy. He's going to be furious on Shera for sure because Shera was out there guarding that angle. But he had nothing to really offer from that corner. He was pretty much mystified. Oh, what? Shera, how could he lose that? He was able to make some initial contact, but even after that, he got countered. Oh my, this is not looking good. They need to push back to Vines.
Oh,
But
no.
Ginola is trying to hold it up. That's it, guys. The diffusal is coming in. Don't have time to play with.
it's a good frag.
Next one. Won't get anything else. What, Shera? So you had everything under control. But one single mistake, one simple mistake. Following it up, you miss another duel on 3. And the round is out. Well. Not a very good situation for that controller.
Well, moments after moments. They have to capture it. They have to seize it. Here's where Deagle just shined. Getting all of those frags, and the post-plant scenario is not been able to be kept intact by Amigos. And that's where they're faltering again and again. Shera alongside Juggy. The cross is looking absolutely amazing. But there comes the first initial point of contact. Diamond City for now going big, shutting down his arch nemesis, his counter duo. But Juggy, he knows he needs to bring in a lot of firepower here. Did manage to get there, but Ginola in the midst of all of that. AK Demon faltering. And there goes the entire control towards side B. The man counter advantage is one thing which Amigos Esports always knows how to capitalize. And right now they have it. 2 players way too healthy. That is all the likes of intensity. All they have to do is play to perfection. The rotation is coming through. The choo-choo train of Amigos is heading towards side B. And this is one of the things which intensity needs to understand. If there's no audio coming forward, you have to start looking for clues. You have to start looking for smokes. And that's where you have your answer. 69G. He cannot go anywhere for now as Ginola has already sealed his fate. He's not entering in. That's one thing for sure.
All of them are now deep inside. Fragment being utilized.
Oh, that was a
What?
good
69G, brilliant usage of recon dart. He get that info, and with a wall bangable shot, he was able to shut down Ginola at that point. Should have crouched, man. No. The turret, alarm bot, the nano swarms, that could have been the X factor in this fight. And now out. 69G, a very good equation, but he is now indeed getting a lot of damage. Legion goes down, and with that, I believe, yes, 69G is also going to get countered. 2-1 from Amigos. The way they lost the previous round, nobody was happy, but now they are showing some signs of a recovery, of a comeback, of a good fight from here.
4-3, ladies and gentlemen. It's looking good for Amigos finally. Those couple of rounds, they were hell to them. But finally, they have bounced back. Cyrax, I want to see this man pop off. He's been awfully silent. 3 frags on that jet. Man, I believe the mental will definitely be shaken at this point of time, provided given the opportunities, the room, the space which he's been given. He can do something more than just that. Cyrax, he did manage to get inside, but the flash is going to do a lot of damage. AK Demon, good for 4 frags. Stop the entire team from entering towards the side. That's the power of KJ that I was so fond of. Ginola managed to shut him down. Diamond City, for now, he knows that this kind of play can be there in the picture. He did run back for a moment, but the spike is one thing which he needs to retrieve. On he goes for another mission here.
A 1v3. A mission which on the paper looks pretty impossible. Can he? Can he do it? Nano Swarm, behind that cubby area. As there is nobody holding that particular corner as well, but due to that recon dart, folks have got now the info, and here comes the separation as well. Well, there was a turret available. Sorry, not turret, but eventually I believe it was alarm bot which was available so that he can get an insight of where the players are. But the spike has been pretty much guarded, and we can't even see the spike because KO and that Jet is basically tanking on it. Yeah, guys, all said and done, saving this weapon is going to be the last milestone that this guy can achieve now. But of course, at that point, AK Demon, what he did was wonderful. 4K. And I was like, maybe he's going to even get an ace. But Ginola denied that. Nothing more to offer from Ginola in this round.
Well, the fourth was denied, and intensity is slowly building upon the pace. Defenders sided map, and yet again I can see them have only 5 rounds under their name. It has been a rather slow start for them, but they're waking up. They're trying to understand what kind of plays their mirror composition can get here. Amigos, right now it seems like they're somehow just managing the pace, the intensity which the team is bringing in as well. 9th round in play, and for now it looks like yet again they want to try their luck. AK Demon, he was good for 4 for the previous round. This round, what's it gonna be? Checking the corner will be vital. Cyrax shuts him down, and that's one of the biggest blows that the team can ever face. Big damage is all across 6-9G. He has been pretty quick with that Hunter's Fury. The moment AK Demon understood that it's gonna be a B-take yet again, the Hunter's Fury came online. The post plant equally on a greater pace here.
It is already in. Random pre-fire is not going to cut it Density this time. But we have the Sova holding the squad angles, and here comes the swing. Good flash, but it is just not going to help you. Legion finds one, 69G gets one more, and now it's all trickling down to the last man standing. Zakeo. Oh, he finds one with the Guardian. Lovely. That was a good shot. But here comes the
he can do a lot.
Can he pick him apart? Yes, he did. What? Lovely. But the time is not there, and that's exactly why Amigos Esports is going to win one more in their name. Lovely, lovely round coming through. But honestly, the snowball that happened in the side, I was like, no, Amigos, are you going to once again lose a round like that? But at the end, we had Nico surviving. And when he is available, trust me, round can go anywhere.
Neko bringing one for the team. Till the end, he was spraying with his Guardian. And guarding the piercing accuracy that you can hit the enemy with in this paper-thin map is amazing, man. It's amazing. That's how far it goes. 5-4. It's a neck-to-neck competition here. Amigos not at all letting go of slightest of details, slightest of mistakes, which is coming from the likes of intensity. Shera, yet again, a bit more curious here. He's going to reposition himself, wait for the opponents to go ahead, be a bit more aggressive. But here's one thing which I want to highlight. The entire side B is completely open. There's no utility whatsoever there in this side. It's only Deagle with his Marshall holding it down to the wire. It's going to be very important. If this battle is going to be won, they will know that the floodgates towards side B is all open. 8 HP, Mr. Deagle has to run for it, and he's very well going to do that.
Oh, Ginola. Meanwhile, on the tree, in tiles, he gets one. On catwalk, sorry. But peeking from the tiles always puts you on a tough spot because you are down the ridge and maybe there is a chance that you're going to get countered. But that didn't happen to Ginola out there. TEC Demon meanwhile retaliates in a good way, puts down Cyrex. I don't know what is happening, but eventually if you see, the whole trajectory for Cyrex today has not been that great. Null command, here it is. Fragment. A flash drive. Every single thing is going to get utilized. But here on Jin, we have that Dimensity. And he was like, what? What is that?
Hello
What is something dropping from the heaven? But eventually it was that Neko. It was the KO who jumped in and shot him away.
Oh, misplays Deagle with 8 HP, man. He
Wow.
did manage to get
Look
an
at
upgrade,
that. He
but that's
took the
pretty much
gun.
it. The 6th man does the damage. Ginola and his turret being appointed at the right direction at the right time. 5th on board. 5-5 is the scoreline. And Naked Demon must needed timeout to understand what just needs to be done against Amigos. Because they're a force to be reckoned. And that's how they're playing it.
They needed to have that info in their favor, and eventually now plotting is going to be very, very important. As the economy is already in shambles, they need to save this round, possibly let it go for 6-5 and then pull through and get that scoreline of 6-6. But trust me, if Amigos will somehow get a 7-5 scoreline, I would like to just say this, that it is going to be very, very hard for the other guys to come back into the picture, for Intensity to be back in the whole equation. Dimensity on a jet, he is doing wonders, but Cyrex, I'm still hoping that he's going to come back a little bit more. Ginola, he's doing wonders. Juggy, no doubt, he is also pretty on point. But Neko has impressed a lot in this particular map as well. Remember the B-side approach when through the paper thin walls with that Guardian. He clutched that moment for the team. It was 9th round, I believe. Now we're diving into the 11th one. And with that, we have one ultimate, the KJ's lockdown coming in. And not just that, I believe Sheila can bring from the shadow. Even Juggy with the Hunter's Fury can be there because of the fact that he can collect orbs on A. And that's the usual side where Juggy is pushing every now and then. So I think he's going to collect that orb and eventually be there with the Hunter's Fury for the team. But from the other corner, we have Mr. Deagle with From the Shadow and Defenders KJ Lockdown. Equally good.
Equally good indeed. Hoping to play it to perfection, get those couple of rounds so that they can at least create some kind of a difference. 7-5 is what Intensity is hoping for. But the state of being intense is not at all working for them. Yet again, losing those rounds, the vital ones, the crucial ones, is crushing them. It's a grueling game. It's a grueling task to go against Amigos. But there comes the first point of contact.
Wow.
Chucky, he has taken a huge blow. 5 HP is all he has, and the fragment with just one tick of the damage is going to be taken down. But he's smart. He's not going to go ahead, be the aggressive one out there. But Neko, he's been taken one by one, piece by piece. The player has been caught, but Chucky, he was so greedy for that. Ultimately paid the price, last man standing. Shera, what can he do? Good for only one. As the entire team crumbles, the hopes have been shattered to head from the tree and get the side all in control. Little did they know that the mid was wide open, the backstab not at all being appointed. And that was vital, Ginola. That was so vital. All he had to do was put it near the steps and he would have known that the enemy jet is moving further and further. But it's alright. It is what it is. 6-5.
Honestly, they took a lot of time eventually executing on the tree, and that's exactly why Diamond City was able to flank on them. And then at the end, we got to see a complete horrific sight of Amigos falling down, which should have not happened. Ginola once again has got a crumble by playing on a Sheriff with just one Nanoswarm available. Turret is appointed already so that they can clear off any tile execution coming through. That is indeed going to be interesting, but the market door has been closed off. Goes in with some interesting shots to work with, but nothing valuable out there. Oh, he has been revealed. So yes, the players have info that there is somebody lurking on B mains, but do they have info about the mid? Oh, look at Mr. Deagle. He's out there with an operator waiting for the same exact angle, but the attackers, they're going to march in. They're going to break this door and probably push in to get some more value out of it. But a lot of flank, a lot of trigger discipline has been shown so far from both the sides. But Diamond City still finds Ginola. There you go. First opening is already here. Alarm bot. Paranoia Q is in Legion. Still finds Shera. Even when he was caught off guard in a paranoia, Neko finds AK Demon. What play was that, AK Demon?
AK Demon kind of just hit the snooze button, but it's alright. The entire team, they have gathered around, got the 7th one, and look at the happiness on the face of Mr. Deagle. He's so happy. Getting that initial point of contact itself, the shotty coming through, pumping all the players out of existence, has been one of his dreams, and it is a dream come true. 7-5, as I can see, intensity. They're like the fierce, like they're bringing in the action here. And right now, Amigos, they have to make this pistol round perfect. If they lose it, I believe they're done for.
Yeah, if they lose the pistol round, the scoreline could possibly go to a 9-5. Oh my, that itself is scary to say. That can happen. Tyrex, meanwhile, is pushing a bit more. But they have an info of where the place could be. Even before that dash could have been suppressed, Tyrex utilized it to push back a bit. And we have the flash drive also in Legion's hand on the catwalk. But Ginola is a bit more further into the mid area. He's holding the mid courtyard region. AK Demon, he is marching in. Gaia Vengeance Ghost in the hand. Oh, the turret is going to spot them. And here comes a Nano Swarm, which is going to break away the turret. And also the player is going to get pushed back. But Juggy needs to push in at this point. I mean, he can find that value. He can find that first pick, which is immensely valuable for them. They break away the turret. Oh, he missed a bit, but eventually, finally, he's going to break away the turret. And it's a slow start from intensity. They're not being that aggressive. They're pretty much bifurcated, which is again a bit surprising for me, because in a pistol round, you usually see teams marching in all in on a particular side, but they are like gathering all the info, putting up a lot of fakes, and then finally marching in into the site.
Oh no. Oh, that was a good call right off the bat. Cyrax, click on the trigger for now. Neko, he's putting down multiple players to sleep. Same goes with Cyrax as well. A good round indeed. Getting the 6 on board. The pistol was vital and they got it. So the equalizer, it's not that far away. It's just one round dwindling here and there. Amigos, well, in the first half, couple of rounds in the last one, they could not execute that fast execution towards A from mid. But right now, it seems like they're somehow trying to make up to all of those mistakes. And getting the pistol was very vital. So they have gotten it. Now it's all about intensity. How are they going to bring in the fight? Are they going to understand whether the bonus which they have gotten is going to be doing a lot of damage? Shera catching 69G off guard through the smoke. This was vital. AK Demon swinging around the corner with the Glock. Could not do much.
Down B.
The classic. It's not going to do a lot of damage there. And one by one, even though there is some kind of a resistance, it wouldn't matter. Because Neko, he's in his prime.
Oh, he had no idea, but still he's going to swing out there. Diamond City loses his opportunity of surprising that individual. And Neko finds the last pick as well. Crucial moment of this particular round was through the smoke. This action from Shera, the Bulldog. The burst shot that goes in when the ADS is on is always on par. And not just that, on A-main, we got to see Ginola doing some wonderful stuff. Stopping two players who were trying to push in, was trying to infiltrate. Now 7-7 is the scoreline. Yes, I can see that Amigos Esports is kind of on the back foot because of the buy that they have got. It's a bonus buy that they were able to save, and eventually few other individuals are going to go ahead and invest, and one of them is obviously going to be Cyrex. Here comes the knife. It is going to give them the info that they need.
Take flight.
Owl drone. Very interesting. Cyrex needs to push back, and I have not done that. Okay, finally, whenever the swing comes through, he is going to push back a bit. Bit of a damage, but not enough to like completely put him away.
I'm not liking the looks of it. Amigos, they're making do with all the weapons they have from the previous round. Cyrax has gotten a lot of beating here. Same goes for Diamond City as well. Both of them sitting at 70 of their health. Neko, he has somehow stalled the push, which is reaching towards side A. And I believe it's going to be a choo-choo train heading towards side B now. One by one, they're making their way, mid being contested at the same time. The entire team is playing it pretty slow. They've understood if they want to beat Amigos, then they have to play the card of wait game.
left.
Last 20 seconds,
Juggy.
and it is going to be it, but he has spotted one.
Juggy.
Legion could go down, but no, he missed. Oh my, last few shots
Now he
didn't
won't.
connected. But yeah, of course, I mean, there is a very big possibility that there is no rotation coming through, but he still missed.
10 seconds
Oh my god, this is not looking good. Here comes the Guardian
Neko.
shot,
Standing.
but all of it went in vain.
The moonwalk.
That's bad. Cyrix, last man standing. Yup, it was indeed a moonwalk, which is going to put them to moon. And there you go. Intensity with their 8th one now.
8th on board. I mean, I do get it. The buy was good. But Juggy, man, everything was on him. Neko. It hurts to see that. Oh my god. It's like watching Legion just go ahead, pull out a smooth criminal, and then, Neko is just thinking, all right, man, what can I do? What can I do? I want to hit my shots, but it's going in a line. He painted an entire Mona Lisa, but could not get the opponent. Cyrax, he has gone for a heavy investment in this particular round, and I'm hoping that investment is going to give him a lot of return.
Talking about the returns, guys, you do have a giveaway online, so make sure to go ahead and be a part of it. All you need to do is just write in the live chat !Valorant, and you will be part of a giveaway where one of you lucky winners are going to get 1000 VP in your name. But Cyrix out here with that operator shuts down Diamond City. Battle of Jets. It is not going to be favorable for Intensity. 69G finds Juggy. Battle of Sovas? What is happening? Counter agent fights? Oh, what? No!
Big.
Fragment.
One tick of the fragment is all he needed, and he got it. Neko, yet again, it's going to be a post-plant scenario coming through. Legion going for the plant. Intensity. They've definitely built up the base for themselves. For now, staying at Boathouse. How good is it going to be revealing for themselves? Mr. Deagle, way too low on HP. He did play his cards absolutely perfect. The smoke to make things absolutely alright. 69G, he's going to be pincered, stuck in the box. All in lonesome. Ginola gets 2 big kills. At 69G, he's going to be pincered from multiple corners.
And they do have enough time to go ahead and get that defusal done. And of course, for a moment I was like, maybe they're going to lose this one, as well as when you have a side control on B side and Ascent, it is comparatively a bit tough because you have a lot of openings and eventually even the lineups can come through from the other side. But at the end, good play coming in from Ginola because he was able to counter 2 on the rafters. That was amazing. Beautiful plays coming in from both the sides, but at the end, the smiley faces of Intensities are going to go down as Amigos now have an equalized scoreline. They are playing on defense, and it's a defense-oriented map, so maybe that is going to help them. Juggy now brings the Lord Odin. Deeper than walls, here it comes.
Juggy?
We have one recon, and following it up, we will have Odin.
Has changed his name.
Oh, look at that.
Juggernaut. Juggy's evolution will count. We're gonna see how much fruit he's gonna bring with that. But Diamond City, he has successfully made his way all across inside the site, all thanks to the null command. One by one.
Deagle, Mr. Deagle, Mr. Deagle.
Like a feather, Mr. Deagle, good for 2. Big kills all across. And he was just waiting out there. The third one is just Iraq.
Last player
He's
standing.
been isolated. He's been pummeled down. Last man standing, Ginola. I don't think so. It's going to be a good sight for him. The entire team is bouncing, and Mr. Deagle, the form that he has, he's taking the fight and he's going to do it.
He gets
with
him.
the lonesome 4 frags. Quad to finish, and what a beautiful round. Juggy, he invested way too much, but look at the flush. Null command, and alongside Mr. Deagle's shenanigans towards mid. This man, he is one of the players who just comes out of the box. It's like the Pandora being unlocked or opened. And there it is, Mr. Deagle with his plays.
If you want to talk about evolution, look at him. He started with mere sheriff and ended up with taking 4K and a vandal and the round victory for the team. There you go, man. That's what a sheriff can do. I think Juggy has now got his arch nemesis, and it's going to be Mr. Deagle. We talked about Juggy being phenomenal on that sheriff. He got a 3K in that round. But this guy, I mean, of course, he started with 2K with the sheriff and then eventually wrapped up with more of a frag. That was interesting, but very next round, they get to see the Odin coming through. But it's of course it's not going to be valuable as the players are holding a different angle. Ginola, he's swinging in with the sheriff. But can he find something valuable with the abrupt? They got that info, but that whole approach might backfire. Attacker's KJ lockdown is also going to queue in. Players need to push back a bit. It's Amigos Esports. It needs to be on par so they can bring that equalizer.
Oh boy, they're going to be baiting one player at the least. 2 players have been detained. And this is a big information. Site A completely open. Intensity, they have already made their way through. But look at the defenders. Neko is going to get that perfect, crisp headshot. And AK Demon, quick on the trigger. It's definitely going to be shutting down Ginola. And alongside Cyrax, why? You missed all of it, Blade Storms. And right now, going down is not going to be the lovely sight that they wanted to see. The door has already been closed upon. Neko and Juggy being the last man standing. Now command available, but it's not going to be utilized in this particular round. It's already a lost cause until they get 2 picks and the upgrade to those weapons. They cannot do anything more than that. I believe they're going to get it in now. It's all about the execution, but Neko, why didn't you do that? It was an absolute perfect round for you to go ahead, use a null command, and be on the ground as a bait so that Juggy can go big.
The panic is now bringing Amigos back to knees. But they do have the buy, so all the best. Hope for the best from Amigos' perspective because they had that initial lead in their favor. Slowly they are crumbling down. And now that difference is definitely quite evident. It's a 10-8 scoreline for now. One-way smoke queuing in. They have the reveal. It is going to give them the necessary info that they need. But in retaliation, pretty soon I believe the null command can be invested in this round as they do have the full buy that they need. The third tick got a bit of a damage. The operator went haywire. Legion also gets Nico. Starix finds 1. 69G out there with that Hunter's Fury. He had nothing to really work with. And honestly, Nico is in a very open spot. I don't think so. That resurrection is going to queue in.
No. Check your corner. Check your corner. AK Demon is already creeping way too close. 1 frag and the second one can roll in as well. AK Demon. He shut down Juggy already. Ginola stuck in a 1v2 situation. Does go ahead. Tap it once. But tap it twice. It's gonna be a demise. The Haven angle being contested at the same time. Ginola he's going for that hard defuse, but that's all he gets. AK Demon. Well, the rounds are snowballing to the sides of intensity. The attack looks absolutely amazing. Amigos, they've been caught off guard. They've been caught slacking multiple times, round after round, and it's paying heavy price. It's a big toll on them, on the morale, on the entire gameplay, and Ascent, I believe it's far from a comeback for them. And intensity, they are going ahead, making this BO3 look like a BO1 real soon.
Of course, even I feel the same at this point. Juggy opens up by taking down AK Demon. That is indeed going to be a very valuable pick out there. There is a total infiltration coming in. Everybody is pushing out there. Legion is going to go for a plant. Direct. He gets the weapon. He has got the Mage Punk Vandal now. They can push in forward. Need to break it up. Get different opportunities, get different angles to play with. That's exactly what they're trying to do. Okay, they get Dimensity out. Ginola, that was a lovely pick. Cyrex out there is going to give some damage, but it's a 2v2 equation. They don't have a very good buy to work with. Oh my god. Still is trickling down to a 1v1 fight. And that last guy is Shera, who does not have a lot of HP. Fragment comes through. One tick of that fragment can find him, and he did. What? You literally walked into that fragment. Why would you do that?
Match point.
So seriously,
I'm very shell shocked, to be honest.
oh
The
no,
way the
man.
trades were coming through, I mean, I thought for a second that it's going to be easy for the team to go ahead, get the round for themselves. But again, those mistakes are coming through. It's that last moment jitters which this team is facing, and because of which the entire team is not able to go ahead for the full fledged execution. Post plan scenario and the retake equally bad, so it needs to be fixed. It needs to be fixed right now.
Wow, he missed the
Cyrax,
game.
come on, that could have been a good initial point of
Oh,
contact.
what?
69G manages to
Bro.
tap two players out of existence. What a top-notch gameplay, but Neko, he's still stepping up for the team, man. It's about darn time that you give this man some credit. 69G, he knew the entire positioning and the entire radius of the Shark Dart can do a lot of damage, but I believe it's a lost cause already. There comes the Hunter's Fury, already knowing the opponent's location. Janola, he's been taken down. Mr. Deagle, he's not stopping at all. Last man standing. He needs to peek both the corners one by one. But what? Mr. Deagle, he was caught. He was caught in the midst of all of
Here's
this
the thing.
action. What a clutch coming
Yeah.
through. My oh my. Kudos to this man, Neko. It's because of him that Juggy could go ahead and do something so devious, and even thanks to Janola's ultimate. Boy, oh boy, it was so close. And now it feels like Amigos, they've managed to pull out the round for themselves. But for how long? Because they have to travel 3 more rounds.
Yeah, 3 more rounds to bring in the OT. And trust me, even in overtime, the game can go anywhere because we can clearly see the gaps between Amigos Esports' approach right now. Like, if you see Cyrex, he's stuck with like 10 frags once again. Being a duelist in attack rounds, Cyrex was not that effective, honestly. And not just that, even in the defense rounds, when he was trying to play on operators, he missed a lot, whiffed a lot, made a lot of mistakes, which in turn is causing a bit blunder for the team.
Yep.
And then it all trickles down to Shera. As a controller, he can be valuable, and his smokes are definitely effective. But then again, a lot of moments where Shera could have like secured the round for the team, he completely faltered down. If I talk about the, should I say, 20th round in that equation, exactly like that happened. He knew that the fragment was there. He avoided that spike, but then he completely, once again, walked right into the second tick of that fragment, and that's how he was taken down against Legion. Small mistakes, small panic decisions that are coming through are changing the tides for Amigos. Even this round was somewhat one of those rounds which I thought maybe it is going to be out of the hands, but Juggy, thankfully his didn't work this time.
It's all thanks to Ginola, man. It's all thanks to him. Catching one player was the goal, and they managed to do that. Else, the entire round would have gone south because those swings are going to be so amazing. That's one of the things which Intensity have perfected in this map. Having the perfect cross and those swings being absolutely amazing. So, yeah, 12th on board for them and 9 for Amigos. The scoreline itself can tell you the story. The way things have been shaped out, I believe that Amigos have been bent out of shape here, but it's about darn time that they can go ahead and start having that mental reset and think about how they can go ahead, execute, and bring that equalizer. Because one round is all Intensity needs to push it to the decider map. One round. And they're not far at all. I mean, this round, if they make it work, it's going to be absolutely amazing. But if not, they have a couple of more tries, and that's where I would say that Amigos has the upper edge or the advantage, because 5,000 credits is what you get once you head towards overtime, and everyone will be fair and square. AK Demon, he never fails to go ahead and just take a small little nap. But in the midst of the nap, also, he's talking, man. Look at him. He's like having the communication. He's laughing. He's conversing with the team. 69G as well. This man, I mean, that's the reason. One of the sole reasons that he's there towards the MVPs, the top 4 MVPs, is because of his performance. And today he's showcasing it all, being Sova and doing so much, getting the early insight onto what's going on and towards the site is absolute 100% task of being a Sova. So he's being the Sova main for now. And that's one of the things which Amigos wants to shut down at the bare minimum.
Let's see if Cyrix can do wonders now. Let's see if there is a possibility like that. Nano Swarm's activated. AK Demon is not going to move a lot. He's not going to swing out here on tiles because he knows that there is a big chance that we are going to see the counter coming in. Patiently waiting to get that insight. Dash is going to go away. AK Demon still not swinging in. But the spike, it is slowly marching towards B. Even Legion is out there doing the same stuff. But Cyrix this time is going to be a little bit more sneaky. But out here, Juggy.
Juggy, now is the time. Juggy, now is the
paper
time.
thin
Go
spray
ahead, do
comes
it.
through. He gets one. A wall bangable headshot right on his counterpart. 69G gets countered. Omen with the help of from the shadow, I believe. Okay, no. He was trying to put some smokes out there, and it did. He's blocking off the angles of the tiles. Catwalk angle has been blocked off as well, but on mid, Ginola will go down. He thought there is just one guy peeking in that angle, but no, surprise, there was another
30
one.
seconds left. Here.
I don't think so. Side B is fortified at all. The team needs to come down. Cyrax! What was that angle? What was that aim? Being so on point, Juggy. He's still at the boathouse, stuck, stranded, but he knows what needs to be done. There comes the spray and the third one. Juggy, Juggernaut. He's not gonna leave anyone untethered at all. Look at the way 69G was thinking, let's just go ahead all drone and get that early insight. Let's understand what's going on towards the side, but nope. Juggy so quick, so deceptional here, and gets around for the team. 3 big frags, and I believe this team is still in for a comeback.
12-10 it is. Finally, Amigos are marching in and getting their double digits in the name. They are on defender side, so I still have my hopes up. It is still possible that they might come back into the picture. But for that, they need to break the whole economy again and again and again. Oh, Recon Bolt has been destroyed. They go with some warning shots. No connection so far. But yes, KJ is a bit tagged at this point. On Catwalk, we have another individual peeking in. And I believe that's going to be Omen. But is he going to check the right corner? He didn't. But why did Shera spray? Shera sprayed onto that owl zone. I think maybe they're going to get that inside. But there you go. Spike planter Legion is now in sleeps.
Casually just slipping in the owl drone again and again. 69G, I believe that the weight is one
Frenzy in
thing
the hand.
which is making him slow. Intensity, still deciding whether to hit A or not. They're holding the cross thinking that the team is going to swing, but I don't think so. They are going to do it. Amigos, Neko,
One
and
enemy
the
remaining.
third as well. Neko. Last man standing, Mr. Deagle, with just a frenzy. He won't be able to do much. Boy, oh boy, Neko. Hell has been an absolute place of virtue for him. Look at him. Constant swings. The second frag, the third frag. Just absolutely a menace to the society, man. This guy's performance is top notch.
And here comes the tactical timeout. I mean, this is the last opportunity that you're going to get in the first 24 rounds. Otherwise, it will all
They have the
trickle
money
down to the OT.
later.
Yeah, I mean, they were playing on frenzies in the previous round. They had that insight that we need to end it in a 13-11 score line. But will that happen? Now, that's the main important part at this point. Really want to know how that whole equation goes on. 12-11 is what we have. Operator, Juggies, Juggernaut, Odin, Ginola with his mid backstabs. Nico with his brilliant clutches, Shira with lovely smokes. I think Amigos is in control, but Intensity, the way they are breaking apart Amigos' approach is something which is always an eye candy to watch. But for now, Intensity needs to once again step up. Olena scoreline of 13-11, or it's an OT.
Overtime sounds good. I want to see how far can Intensity go. Are they going to crumble down like the leaves in autumn? Or yet again, they can go ahead, get that round for themselves, seal the deal with 13-11, push it for the third map. Bringing in the null command. Ginola misses the first shot. This was vital, but it misses it. The second one through the smoke is never going to connect. Nation for now. He has been dropped dead. And that's big. The spike being dropped and the null command cannot be activated. Shera with an off angle gets the first one. The second one, he needs to check the corner but misses. Mr. Deagle, he's been caught slacking in Ginola. He's definitely going to put him to sleep. Good night is what he says. Last man standing, Neko.
OT!
As long as Neko is there in the side, you have no entrance at all. 12th on board at the overtime.
Yep.
It's gonna be fun, Raider.
It all started with Ginola's miss, but then summing it up, we got to see Shera in trees. Wreaking havoc, got a 3k out there. That was amazing. I was just so effective at that point. And Shera as an individual, I had my complaints from him. But what a play in this round. When you need the player the most, then these guys bring in that impact frag. There is one thing that you get those frags in your favor, but there is totally another thing, and that is the impact frags that you bring. Now, Amigos Esports, when the sides have switched in the OT, round number 1, in the 25th round to be precise, Amigos are attacking. Let's see if their attack is going to work or not. We don't have any operators coming in from both the sides. All of the players are playing on full utils and vandals. Heavy shield is also activated. It's available. Spike is dropped on spawn. It's just maintaining that trigger discipline, making sure that the utils get depleted from the other side. And once that happens, they will march in.
Okay. Bit of a gamble here, dropping the spike again and again. It's kept in a very nearby proximity, and here's one of the crucial things, right? The turret, it has been smoked off. If a player just lingers around a bit too aggressively from the likes of Intensity, they can get the early information onto the spike, onto where it is. But alright, nobody's that curious. It's not a curious case of Benjamin Button anymore. He goes. What's the plan? Getting the side, that's one of the things. But there's a spike, the entire team, it is pivoting, it is rotating. But it's Cyrax, he needs to hold the fort down. Mr. Deagle for now, he did spray in the corner, knowing that one player can go ahead and do this. But look at the way the heaven is going to be capitalized. 6-9 G for now, good for one. Chucky instantly takes him down. And there comes the hardcore push from Shera. Getting 2 big frags in Ginola to just step in. Plant will come through, but the angles, it needs to be
they did
Ginola is the deal. The 13th on board. Amigos.
Switching sides. Match point.
Oh, my. What was that? We just saw a seesaw ride where Cyrex had nothing to offer. Like, he was dumbfounded at that moment. He had no clue that somebody is going to move from heaven. I mean, honestly, he should have checked heaven, but after that, Shera, the way he played, following it up with Ginola, that was amazing. Ginola countered with getting the last 2 frags. And honestly, when the whole game got started, when OT round number 1 started, we got to see Ginola first coming on A, getting that orb, then hunting for another orb on B main, and then finally pushing in. But yes, 13-12 already here right now. It could be a 2-0 scoreline. Oh, Neko finds one time and City gets down. Duelist is away. Oh my, what? Neko!
What a swing and a half!
Loads of frags, he gets a 4K. And yes, it's done. 12-14. Amigos Esports winning the very first round of OT. And yes, they have marched into the grand finale. Facing off Neori is their ultimate goal now. But yes, what a win. What a close cutthroat competition coming in between both the giants. Intensity, in the first map, they had 10 rounds in their name. But in the second one, they brought the competition back to 12-8. Remember the scoreline, guys. Put it in your minds. 12-8 or 12-9 was the scoreline. From there, we got to see Amigos rising back slowly, bit by bit, rounds per round. Even when Cyrex was missing, Shera was countering, Kinola was coming back to the picks, Juggy was finding some clutch moments for the team, and finally we got to see OT round number 1. And then also things were like a little bit more iffy. Had no clue that Amigos will win that first round of OT1 or not, but they were able to counter that as well. And at the end, what end to the reign of terror from Intensity's perspective. Amigos, hats off to their play.
Well, Amigos, my god, Neko. What was he thinking in the last bit? He just did not budge away from the fight. He did not run away. Instantly peeks, gets a frag. Peeks again, gets Sova. Peeks again, gets 2 players right off the bat. This man has been an absolute terror. Heaven, hell, both of these places. It's like he is doing the work of the god as well as the work of Lucifer at the same time. My man was popping so good in the server. Credit where credit is due. Neko, man, you played it out there, man. Till the last moment, those crucial moments where I was just expecting that the team, okay, fine, right now they have no space or the living idea to win in this particular round. There comes Neko. Just swoops it away. And I could see multiple times where he was being effective, proving himself effective. So yes, Neko for sure. If he's not the MVP, I will be disheartened. But what a play coming in from Intensity, man. What a play coming in from Intensity. The last moment switcheroos, Mr. Deagle just going ahead, playing towards mid, being the sneaky peaky like, was absolutely amazing. Still hitting his shadow shots, none the least. But all right, it's going to be Ginola taking in that MVP title. ACS again being the crucial factor here. Else Neko would have taken it all, man. Neko would have taken it all. But on the other corner, Mr. Deagle being Omen, the controller that he is, controlled multiple rounds with Lonesome, his own might. But unfortunately, it was not enough. They needed more.
But they couldn't prove themselves that lethal against a team like Amigos, who loves to perform in this map. But honestly, despite the fact that Amigos made a lot of mistakes in this whole equation, I am a bit surprised that Intensity, like, they lost the whole track. From 12-8 to now 14-12, that means they lost somewhere around 6 rounds back to back. That is indeed going to be a big blunder. But yes, MVP of the map, it is going to be Amigo Esports' Ginola, with 24 frags altogether in this particular round with an ACS of 251, and look at the headshot percentage. I know it's not that much, but then again, if it is working, well, it is going to be effective.
It is effective. Throughout, it's going to be effective. Being KJ and getting those rounds for the team was very vital, was very important. And same goes with Juggy as well. Juggy, man, the moment he gets the Odin out, he becomes a juggernaut. So there's no one who can tank him. There's no one who can do anything. But the MVP of the series, man, give it up for this dude, Neko. 50 kills. The way he has been popping off the last game was absolutely picture perfect. First kills being 5 in total, and alongside damage, 9,034. Not the highest, but definitely has brought in the flavor into this game.
He brought the impact, man. He brought one of those moments where things were going haywire, but he brought back the whole equation for the team. Nico playing on that KO and initially playing on the breach. They did wonders, man. They did wonders. Both Nico and eventually I will talk about the another initiator as well, which was, if I'm not wrong, Juggy, playing on Sova in both the maps. They also did wonders. And to be honest, the only reason why we are seeing the OT and winning phase coming in from Amigos is because of Juggy. The way he got that 1v3 on B main. Remember, guys, the wall bangable shot initially, and then following it up into the site, he got another counter, and finally the KO was taken down. I believe that was Legion from the other side of Intensity. He got taken down completely. Obviously, it all trickles down to the team effort. And Amigos, despite of the fact that this team has been formed like a month ago, they are doing wonders. Every single showdown, every single series, they are improving bit by bit. Now they're in the grand finals. They might win, they might lose against Neore. They are still in the podium, and they have made sure that they will at least be the runner-up. obviously, all of that for tomorrow, guys. We'll get to know if they're going to be the runner-up or the champs. Tomorrow, if I'm not wrong, Azora, we will get to see a BO5 as well in the grand finals.
Yep, BO5 it is. It's going to be
Yeah.
super fun. 5 maps. But yeah, it's going to be Amigos who has to test themselves to the core, man. 90 Esports, they're sitting pretty because they know how to tackle such situations. Caramel and the entire team, with the looks of it, with the likes of it, man, they have been absolutely perfect alongside Panda as well. So I'm just hoping, expecting that Amigos are going to be prepared for this battle. It's going to be a long one, so I hope that their stamina bar is going to be to the max, because if they're going to be fighting the boss, then they need it. They need even the mana that they have, the IQ, which is so fondly required to fight against Nairi Esports. Caramel, especially, I heard even Ginola, him say that the moment Caramel takes Rera and he pops his ultimate, it's going to be a frag fest for him, and he's afraid of it. So tomorrow is going to be test of all of this, the patience and the amount of gameplay they can bring in. But top 4 players, as we can see, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be simple, still holding the throne so fondly. Alongside 69G, he has gotten total 3 MVPs, but today's day, he did not get even a single one. Else he could have competed simple. Other than that, Kishi, we can see his gameplay tomorrow. Ginola has showcased all of his might today, and tomorrow again is gonna be their day. It's a grand finale, and I was saying since day one, since we started this broadcast, that you have to mark your calendars. Tomorrow's day is gonna be super fun, super tense, and exciting at the same time.
Well, with that, remember the level up leaderboard as well. You can see Nico and eventually Ginola also climbing back a lot, but Caramel, as you rightly talked about him, he's already there in the top 3. And why we are talking about the top 3 spots, guys? Because if you, or should I say, if these individual players are already there in the top 3, at the end of the tournament, they are going to have a chance of getting the right hoodies in their name. Currently, it's because of Batman, 69G and Caramel in the contestment, but both 69G and I believe, actually 69G is out of the equation. He was playing from Team Intensity, so now there is a very big chance that Nico, Ginola, they might come into the mix. But all in all, what a day, to be honest, Azora, what a day.
It was amazing indeed, and I was hoping that it's going to be a decider yet again. We have been taken away, snatched from the opportunity. Causes, but it's all right. It's all right. It happens. It's a part and parcel of the game. 2-0 has been the entire series' format. And I've never seen a single, not a single game, man. The first map, whoever wins it, they take it all. That's all. That has been one of those biggest moments, multiple teams. And as we can see, thank you, producer, the brackets. The amount of insight we can get, 2-0s. I have not seen a single 2-1. So we have been deprived of this opportunity multiple times, multiple occasions. Tomorrow might be that golden chance where we can see at least 3-1, 1 point at least, rather than a 0 towards the other side. Amigos, they have the willpower, they have the might, and I'm hoping that they're going to stay true till the end against Nairi Esports.
Well, tomorrow is going to be a one hell of a day. We definitely will get to see at the end who is the champ of Esports Club Presents Showdown Series Season 3 Valorant Action, which is powered by Crucial by Micron. Of course, our GP partner is Sodai Gaming and media partner coveted.gg. Stay tuned for tomorrow, guys, because tomorrow you will get to see the action of Neori versus one and only Amigos Esports, and it is going to be a BO5 equation, so a little bit more of a maps, a bit more of a hiccups, and we might not get to see 3-0s as well, which I am pretty excited about. But yeah, guys, bye-bye for now. We'll be seeing you tomorrow. Stay tuned. Peace out.
When are you gonna upgrade your system? Alright, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.